I says to him, I says, Homestuck? I don't even know Stuck.
No.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Hey.
Welcome
back.
to
Welcome
what
back.
is supposed to be Act 2 of Hiveswap, but is not.
But it's not.
Why isn't it Act 2 of Hiveswap? Hiveswap.
It's like
technically Hiveswap.
oh no,
it's
Ark,
just
you know
an
what it is?
alternate
It's
timeline?
Act 1, Part 3, Scene 16. We haven't gotten to Act.
I miss Joey. I miss Joey and Zephyros and Jude. I like them all. They were great.
I miss screaming.
Yeah, that was fun too.
That was fun.
That's what
Yeah.
everybody remembers about that.
That's also what I remember.
So
what's this?
the first
What's
thing I want to talk a little bit about is I forced Jay to post a puzzle on the Twitch, on the Tumblr page, and apparently that broke the brains of a lot of people in our chat. Which I know I
mine.
appreciate all the people that tried working on it. And kudos to Dragoni, I believe it was, who was the person to finally solve it. But it was a two-layered or two-nested codec, and the major clue was that you had to use the numbers of the blind prophets, which are 413, and you had to circle every 4th and every 13th letter, and then you had to go backwards in the alphabet 8 letters for the ones that you circled, because 8 is 4 plus 1 plus 3.
So basically, it was completely worth your time.
And
for doing
when
that.
descrambled, the code said, "Let's be friends at 7 p.m." So here we are.
Aww.
You've cracked the code and you're watching the super
yes.
secret stream.
Yeah, the only people who figured out that code are received an invitation to this stream.
Yeah,
so.
it's an invite-only stream.
Yeah. This is the VIP lounge of Chandra.
Yeah, and the
Friendsim
present is
right
apparently playing Friendship Simulator, which is what Pumpkin Studios released because they don't know how to actually produce video games. Weirdly quiet. Like, is any individual weirdly quiet, or should I just fucking turn everything up, or should you turn up?
Just turn everything up. Why not? Should you turn up?
Cranks
Turn up!
everything.
Turn down for what?
Don't-
I mean, everything is.
don't.
No, it sounds good.
Oh
Okay,
my
then it's just. I'm gonna say it's just a key then. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and start. I've pretty much
Weird.
avoided knowing anything about this game except for the fact that there's 2 characters, and I've already sort of pseudo casted who they are. So I don't know if clicking this does anything. Doesn't look like it. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll click start then.
No,
Is that Rose in the background?
Rose?
Yeah, I think that's Rose.
No,
On
that's the new
billboard?
On
contents.
billboard.
Nah. You've just crash landed on a planet called Alternian and staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship.
Smoldering.
You are now completely alone in a strange world. Desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. But most of all, you are desperate for
Friendship.
friendship.
Oh.
Won't someone on this godforsaken rock be your buddy?
What?
Any weirdo will do, you're not that picky. Hang on, what's this now? Is someone approaching?
Someone approaching her offshoot brand.
Alright, so new
Okay,
offshoot brand on
so here we are.
Generic.
We have 2
Oh, man.
characters. Now I want the chat to choose which path we follow, and I bet you can already guess which one's supposed to be Hannah and which one's supposed to be Jay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Why does it have legs?
It's a grub dog.
That is definitely a grub dog. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I refuse to accept that it has a different name.
Anyway, so there's Ardata, who's obviously a blue blood, and Diamond, who is obviously a rust blood. We want to befriend the Vriska. So far, we have 1 for Vriska.
Yes. Choose me.
Why does she have
'Cause they're
3
spider
eyes
people.
exactly?
Because she's beautiful and me.
Because there's spider
Oh,
people.
we got 1 for Vriska and 1 for Diamond.
Wait,
Alright.
who's Vriska? I see
Yes.
Ardata.
Yeah, our data is Vriska. Assume that votes for Vriska go to our data.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
the
All
hot
right, sounds
dogger.
good.
I say Ardata.
Go
hot
with the
dog
hot
boy.
dog.
I'm gonna vote our
Okay,
data.
so I think we're gonna do.
I'm not going to vote because
Yeah,
I
Jay
feel like I
and
should.
Hannah don't
That's
get votes,
fair.
but I think we'll do our data first.
Okay, cool.
So let's go ahead and okay.
Oh.
That's true.
Oh.
That's true. If the game is entirely
Yeah,
different,
no, I
we
just
could
wanted to
do
know which
both.
one we were gonna do first.
Yeah, that's not.
And I don't know how long each path is.
That's fair.
So anyway, let's go.
Me first.
Yes, someone is approaching. A strange gray-skinned alien clad in blue. Perhaps they will make for a good friend.
Oh, you fucking know it.
Oh
Dear.
no!
Dear God. And just what are you supposed to be?
Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in some need of medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend
Game
right
is a bit
about now.
loud. Okay, let me turn that down real quick.
I love her.
Is that also going to turn? No, probably not.
Yeah, he seems to be set up correctly.
Okay, cool.
Oh. Oh my.
No!
How funny this is. How very droll. You want to be my friend? It's too much. This thing at my doorstep, wishing to know me in any capacity. The hilarity somehow escapes my ability to capture with maniacal
Okay,
laughter.
so I'm gonna go assume
Rare.
the eye thing
She's
is
got-
her quirk. She uses 3 eyes because she has 3.
Is she the third?
Oh, because she's got 3 eyes. I like
Oh,
it.
all right.
Oh.
That makes sense. You apologize for your presumptuous request. You hang your head, turn around, and begin to walk away.
Just where the fuck do you think you're going?
Oh.
Who invited you to leave?
You stop in your tracks obediently and turn to face her again, with possibly broken ribs or throbbing in pain. But this does not strike you as the right moment to exhibit weakness.
It dawns on me that we may have gotten off on the wrong saunter pod. Where are my manners? Ghastly behavior on my part. After all, it isn't your fault you seem to be some sort of hideous freak, is it?
And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for such a devastating shortfall of social competence.
I would weep for you, really. Except that crying out of 3 eyes at once gets a bit messy, so instead I think I'll be saving my tears for someone less offensively worthless.
You aren't sure if she's inviting you inside, or if she just got you to stay a little longer so that she could insult you a little more. You try to remain stoic while your confrontational new friend decides what to do with you. Unfortunately, you sniffle
Give
slightly.
me 1 second.
Oh,
The music was getting a little loud.
yes, yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Music was a little bit
Okay,
loud.
now
Yeah.
Return hopefully will bring back. Okay.
Yes. Great.
Oh. Oh my god. You're sad? So amusing to me. Mildly entertaining even. Endearing. Perhaps I'll decide later if it's endearing once I have more information. It's entirely possible that I will retroactively
I'm sure
decide
they're
it's
choosing
disgusting.
the most amount of I words as possible. That is ridiculous.
What?
Sure seems it.
I mean, there's a lot
Well,
of
yeah, I
eyes
mean it's a
in
vowel,
common language.
so it shows up frequently.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
it's a vowel.
Mm.
I think they had to try. But for now, try and put yourself at ease, you completely pitiful fool. Not one more sniffle. Do you understand?
You nod while practically exemplary, while practicing exemplary control over your nose.
You've got yourself so agitated. I wonder why.
Nothing to worry about from
Uh-huh.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I will be your friend. Conditionally, I mean, there is a chance the designation will be formalized if you behave in ways that I approve of,
Oh,
starting
right, conditional
now.
friendship.
Great.
Let's call it a friendship in progress. Agreed?
I would like
Your
to-
heart swells. This is what you've been waiting for. A new friend. Oh gosh. All you have to do now is try not to fuck up anything at all. Possibly for many hours.
Come into my hive. This way, after me. You look like you could use some
Said the spider to the.
nourishment.
Oh wait.
I don't know what it is that whatever you are eats, but generally it doesn't matter. You will eat whatever it is I have on hand if I tell you to. How does that sound?
Eat this rock.
That's
Oh, okay.
How does it sound?
It sounds good. I'll do whatever you say, or it sounds fine, I guess. Ooh.
Oh man, is there a save button? There is. We could save right now and possibly
I
save
wonder if
ourselves
this uses
some
the
hassle.
same system
There
as
we
Doki
go.
Doki Lit Club. Looks similar.
You know, it does look
Yeah.
very similar, doesn't it? It wouldn't. I mean, they're
Yeah,
visual novels.
fair.
And how different can they really be? But
Anyway.
I guess I'll do whatever you say, right?
She'll eat us, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, it sounds good. You will definitely enjoy it. You will enjoy everything I provide you with and tell you to do. I can't imagine any sort of negativity or disagreement coming from any one of my friends. I will assume that we share this philosophy when it comes to friendship.
You say, "Oh yes, absolutely, yes." You nod as enthusiastically as you can without aggravating your broken ribs.
Oh my god.
You consider giving her a thumbs up as well until you realize that one of your arms is probably broken too. You'll try to make sure she doesn't notice though. It would probably
Every part
leave
of
a
us
bad
is
impression.
broken.
It's very rude to be injured in someone else's home.
That's fair.
Come with me. There's something I need your help with.
You follow her into her hive. It's a bit gloomy in here. You suppose she's going to fix you something
They're
to eat
just
soon,
meat
as
hooks?
promised. It sure is.
Aren't they? Aren't there meat hooks in your kitchen?
No.
Do they have royal blood
Ah,
on the
that's what
tips? Or is that just the?
It might just be the lighting
Is that
from
just
the
the
window.
lighting coming in from the? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
What a fucking twist, though.
Yeah, she murders high bloods. That would be cool. You pass through her kitchen and out the other side to another room. Okay, you guess dinner can wait.
This way. Try not to let any of your broken limbs slow you down.
Hmm.
A good friend wouldn't allow such trifling physical ailments to cause me any inconvenience.
Oh, so you guess she does know you're injured. Fair enough. You hobble a little faster through another door into a much darker room, and now
Where the
down
fuck are
a
you
flight of
taking
stairs. It's hard to see. There are torches along the wall ahead. A monstrous
Oh, no.
noise rumbles
Well,
below.
that's
We're gonna
gonna
meet
be-
Ulysses.
Yep.
Oh no. Don't mind her. She's just hungry.
Well,
She's
fuck.
always
We're
hungry,
food.
though.
Yeah.
What's that? You're hungry too? I've not forgotten. What sort of piece of shit friend do you take me for? God, I fucking love her.
You didn't remind her that you're hungry. You thought it. You thought it though. Can she read your mind? You hope not. That's going to make this friendship and progress a bit awkward.
Here we are. This is where you will be the most useful to me as a friend.
On the hook. Oh.
You look around. With a sense of relief, you see no sign of whatever hungry thing was grumbling down here. You're less relieved to see several other kids trapped in cages of various shape and size. One of them makes eye contact with you. The boy is of the same kind of alien. Is the same kind of alien as her, horns and all. He has a dark red symbol on his shirt. His expression seems to plead with you. Is it? No, it can't be Zephyros. No, he struggles to say, help. Your new friend looks unamused. She twitches her finger. Help. Help blow? He says.
Help.
Jay, or False, do
sure.
you want to be this guy?
Hello, by which I mean hello, of course. Looks like you're the new friend in progress chosen by the great and beautiful Ardata. She's my savior, my reason for being.
Yes.
I'm nothing without her. I'd hollow myself out and let her make a nest inside me if she permitted.
This is how my friends talk.
Oh, you turn away from this boy. You don't want to hear anything he has to say ever again.
Don't mind him. He's always regarded himself as a comedian. Come over here. This is what I need your help with if you're going to have any of value to me as a friend.
You're led into a dank corner of this. Well, you're going to call it like you see it. This dungeon. Your new friend has a dungeon full of sad, suffering children, and presumably a monster lurking somewhere here as well. It's not ideal. Then again, social beggars like you can't
What is
be
this stuff?
choosers.
Okay. Enter space, manage dialogue, arrow keys, escape, control, skips dialogue, tab, page up, rolls back, rolls hides the user interface, take a screenshot, toggles.
F3
Toggles
cheat
ass-
menu. Acquire all friends.
Toggles assistive self-voicing? Oh shit.
Excuse me? Assistive self-voicing?
Oh,
what does that
apparently
mean?
there's a self-voicing mode in which a speech synthesizer is used to read out text and other interface elements. Who can't read.
Probably for people who aren't great
Yeah.
at
Oh, I
Can't
see.
see.
who
Okay.
can't read or who have
Yeah,
like
yeah.
visual issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair.
What is
Okay.
this?
Oh.
Are you sure you want to return to the main menu?
That's nice of them to
No.
include.
Okay, so this goes back
Yeah.
to the main menu. That's help. This
Yeah.
is the options. This is probably advanced forward. I don't.
What are you thinking?
Okay, so that's the chat history.
One of them's probably the
That's-
history.
All right, I
Yeah.
just didn't know if any of the buttons around here did anything
And-
special, but anyway.
I've been having an awful time with it. You can do it for me.
What?
It'll
are
save
we
me
feeding
time.
Them?
You look at the thing in question. You doubt she's been having an awful time with it. You doubt this because it's still in the box, looking completely untouched since it was brought down here. It's a box containing a tablet, or a table.
A tablet.
A tablet. A tablet. It looks obviously like it was designed to keep its surface.
This game is rated mature, by the way. And I'm not
I
not
love
joking.
this
Just
game.
heads up. I have no idea what this game has
This-
to offer, but it was rated mature.
I'm so excited.
This is not gonna be that bad. It's a Homestuck game.
I will need you to assemble it. Here's a screwdriver in case you need it. I will assume the other required tools are contained within the box. Allen wrench and whatnot.
You take the screwdriver with your non-broken arm. This isn't exactly what you had in mind. You don't know what you had in mind, really. A warm meal, friendly banter, perhaps a sling for your arm, and a remedial balm for your ribs. Still, you open the box without protest.
Sorry, I'm still laughing.
Table. Everything is perfectly normal in this person's accent, except the word table is replaced with table.
Hold on, before you start, this will make for excellent content. My fans will appreciate this. Oh
Is she
my
a
god!
streamer?
I have fans.
Is she
Yes!
is she like a torture
She's
streamer?
a Let's Player.
She's a let's
she's a
player
let's
for
slayer.
torture.
Are we in the dark?
Oh, good one.
Oh my god, is she? She sets up a video recording device on a tripod and points it at you. A video feed comes to life on several monitors just behind you. You see in one corner of a screen an unflattering angle of your torso hunched
Also,
over
look
the
at
furniture
little
box.
grubber data.
Oh, so she also has a spider lessons then. Other rectangles contain shots of the other kids in cages around the room. You suppose cameras are pointing at them too. You had no idea this friendship came with the perk of instant stardom.
Now you may begin.
She's suddenly sitting in a comfortable-looking chair facing you, and holding a chalice, swishing around some viscous liquid it contains.
This is great.
You have all the parts spread out on the floor, organized according to their labels and the instructions. You try to remember the last time you assembled something like this. You don't recall enjoying it. To be perfectly honest, this doesn't look like it will be fun at all. She frowns conspicuously.
Oh, how sad for you.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, is this activity not to your liking?
You reassure her vigorously that no, it actually looks amazing. You love shit like this. It's what you were born for, you say, as you swish the screwdriver around, demonstrating your plainly evident skill with the tool. Forget the thing that you just thought. Completely arbitrary and wrong thoughts pop into your head all the time. It meant nothing, you swear.
Yes, I hear that a lot.
She is a mind reader.
Well, I
isn't
think
she?
don't all blue bloods have some level of like mental control? Isn't that one of their abilities?
Yeah, but wasn't mind control already somebody else's thing?
Well, like I
Trying to
know that Vriska could
Yeah,
mind
I-
control people, but I figured that was just a blue blood trait, like that they could meddle with minds. That was kind of their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's pro. That's
so
pro, right?
we decided that Zephyros had psychic abilities, and that's not exactly what Aradia had. She could control ghosts. So I guess they could be
No,
very
mental
lightly
abilities were a
different.
blue blood thing. Okay, then I don't. I mean, Vriska definitely had mind control powers.
She did. Yes.
And Ardata could read minds, so,
Yes.
you know, whatever.
Okay.
Continue.
You open the little bag full of screws. Jesus, there are like 50 screws to this thing. Where could most of these screws possibly even go? Judging from the picture, the table really doesn't seem all that complicated. You look at the screwdriver, then study the screws. Every single one requires an Allen wrench. What does this thing even come with an Allen wrench? The instructions seem to suggest that it does. You look around, but don't see one. Did you open the bag too forcefully? Did the Allen wrench go bouncing off into a dark dungeon crevice nearby? Maybe you lost track of the
Did we
screws,
just
too.
fuck this
Damn
up?
it. Damn it! We're fucked the whole thing up. You begin to sweat and look around nervously. You check underneath one of the parts. No, it's not under there. You grip the
We're gonna get
screwdriver a
fucked.
little tighter. You wonder what to do next.
Get the hell out of there.
Just do your best. Yeah. You decide it would be best not to complain about the missing Allen wrench. Your friend would probably consider it bad form. You'll just make do and twist in all the screws by hand.
I don't know if
as
anyone's ever
best
had to
as you
do that, but
can.
it sucks.
It does. Your broken arm isn't making this any easier. You favor the other one and prop pieces into place precariously, leaning against each other while you nudge them into position with your legs so the screw holes align. It's really frustrating work, you're not gonna lie. As you are twisting in the first screw, the grooves slip and the screw gets stuck. But you've already turned it too tight. Now it's hard to get it out. You twist in reverse harder. But your fingers slip and the table pieces start to slide. They're gonna fall. You react to catch them, but it's too late. The heavier pieces tips over and slams you in the broken ribs on its way to the floor. It hits the floor with a bang. The stuck screw pops out and goes bouncing 10 or 15 feet away, settling deep underneath a piece of dungeon furniture. God, you're probably going to need to get that. You hear a light chuckle.
Good.
Mm.
Good.
She takes another sip from her chalice and settles even more comfortably into her chair. She enjoying this? You think she's enjoying watching you struggle to put this stupid thing together?
Now
Maybe
you
a little too
understand
much.
why I casted the people the way that I had a feeling. I didn't even need to play the game.
Nevertheless, you continue, a friend is a friend, and you don't like to let your friends down. You've committed yourself to this project. You'll get the screw out from under there a bit later, maybe when you need the final screw. You turn your attention back to the table pieces and you try a different strategy. You place the biggest part, the table platform, flat up on the floor. The legs would be pointing upwards if they were attached. You position one leg in the right spot, in alignment with the holes, sit on the table platform, and steady the leg with your feet. You grab another screw and concentrate. She sounds so pleased. It's strange, you admit, for watching this sort of activity to make someone so happy. It's a little weird, but you also have to admit to taking a certain pride in it. It's wonderful, actually, to feel useful, wanted, important even, if only somewhat menially, to a great new friend who has discovered a way for your talents to improve her life. Yes, of course. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice one of the caged kids reaching out with his hand. He's concentrating. Then you notice the screw you lost slowly slide out from underneath its hiding place. Nice. Everyone's working like a team down here. Ardata does not look at this kid, but sneers a bit. She reaches towards him, and he appears to have trouble breathing. After a moment, you notice the screw slowly slides back onto the thing.
So like he uses his psychic powers to like unroll the screw from under the furniture. She notices and fucking mind chokes him, and so he just pulls it back. Jesus Christ.
God damn it. She releases him from his breathing problems, resumes her pleasant expression, and takes another sip from the chalice.
Just getting tipsy, watching my friend make a table.
You guessed that was against the rules. You decide to make a note of it. Your friend runs a tight ship down here. You respect that. I don't think I like her very much. About an hour later, you have all 4 legs on, plus some other accoutrements attached. You wrestle mightily with the thing to get it upright, using only your good arm. It seems she may have forgotten about the final missing scroll.
Scroll!
Scroll! That's what they call them on Alternia, you see. You doubt the table needs it. You decide you won't bring it up if she won't. You give it a test. It's pretty wobbly since you were only able to tighten the screws with your bare fingers, but again, she doesn't seem to mind. She reclines and has a look on her face which makes her appear absolutely enamored of your handiwork. She has finished her drink and a chalice is on a side table. Some awful-looking thing crawls along the floor towards her. It looks like some sort of spider the size of an average dog. Its abdomen is preposterously large. Actually, you think it's a huge tick? That's what it looks like. Oh, that's a tick. Oh. It settles just in front of her, and she puts her legs on top of it and crosses them. It settles under her weight and grumbles.
Let's try it out, shall we?
You shrug and sit down on the rather rickety table. You're about to lie down, but she interrupts you.
No. You fool. You absolute fool. What do you think you're doing? That is not what I meant. Get up.
Oh, I thought I was gonna kidnap. You stand up, embarrassed. Is kidnapping not happening here? Great! Again, without looking at the caged kid, she raises an arm toward him and beckons. He stares blankly and opens his own cage. Which apparently wasn't locked. He shuffles vacantly over to your table and lies down on the surface.
Oh.
She looks at you expectantly. You aren't sure what to do.
Oh.
What? You didn't think I'd be playing table stickball on that thing, did you?
You aren't sure what table stickball is. It's apparently pool. I think we decided that last time.
Oh, you are really pretty simple, aren't you? Well, it's like a miniature version of arena stickball played on a table.
Yes, it is.
Helpful.
Got it?
You don't, but you nod.
Now, go to it.
You shackle the kid's arms and legs to the table. That seems to be the right thing to do, since the thing comes fitted with shackles. She gets up and lifts her huge tick-like pet. It makes more grumpy noises.
It's Parsnip!
She plops the enormous thing right down on the kid's chest. he appears rendered unable to protest. The tick bites at the boy's neck and begins to feed. She smiles and pats its swelling abdomen. Dark, rust-colored blood dribbles from the place where it has attached
Well, this is
to
terrible.
the boy's neck. Moments go by and she looks gratified by the process. Proud almost. Then she looks at you expectantly.
Well,
You
Oh.
don't know what she means.
oh shoot. The final screw. Aren't you going to retrieve it and screw it into wherever it needs to go?
Hmm.
The job isn't done. I don't keep the company of many individuals who leave things unfinished, you know.
Wow. Of course! What were you thinking? You should have known your friend wouldn't let that go unnoticed. Actually, you feel like an idiot for thinking it would. You stoop very low to the ground, on your knees, placing your cheek just above the floor. You peer under the dark edifice. The large edifice. It's dark in there, and goes back a ways. Lots of room for that darn little screw to roll. You take a few pitiful swipes with your good arm, but come up empty. It must be further back. You think you could see it? Yeah, that must be it. Just a little further. So it was really lucky we landed by Zephyros. You have an idea. A tool would be helpful. Guess the screwdriver will come in handy after all. How does she know? Your new friend must be very wise. You think that you're liking her more every minute. You grab the screwdriver and feel around with it. Yes, you got it, you think? You carefully scrape it closer to yourself, and then pick it up. You then go back to the table and find the one remaining hole you left unscrewed. You slide under the table as a mechanic would with a car. There it is! The table is creaking and wobbling quite a bit now. The tick is really getting into its dinner, it seems. All of the loose screws in the table have added up to a lot of give and leeway in the overall stability of the furnishing. Maybe
One
the final
little screw is
screw
gonna
will
keep it
help.
all together.
Ardata has returned to the setup with the monitors. She's adjusting some settings on the feed, controlling the zoom of the camera, and typing some remarks into a
She's
chat
just
window.
streaming fucking Rustblood's getting eaten.
Yep.
What would you do? This is very good material today. It's not often that I can provide content of this caliber to my
Looks
subscribers.
into the camera as if on The Office.
God damn it.
Go on, complete your project. This will be very good.
You still think it's weird that she likes watching you put furniture together so much, but you're not one to judge friends. Sounds like a great way to lose friends, honestly. You screw in the final screw, but the stresses on the table are causing the holes to be misaligned. This won't be easy. The huge tick shifts its grotesque body above you, causing the table to creak loudly. You nervously slide halfway out from under the table to check it out. Then a loud pop, then the sound of scraping metal. 6 or 7 screws shoot out of the desk like rivets in a sinking submarine. What a piece of shit this thing is, you think a little too late. Really needed that Allen wrench. All 4 legs splay dramatically out from its surface and from underneath it at once, like a baby deer on ice. The table platform comes crushing down on your lower torso,
Oh my God.
breaking your pelvis. You bellow in pain and flail to pull yourself out. Oh, Jesus Christ! You forget that you're still holding the screwdriver. I think I saw a look of concern there for a moment. In your desperate flailing, you plunge the screwdriver into the fat abdomen
Oh,
of
no.
the tick, which begins gushing rust blood with great force. It was his? Let's just
No,
spraying
it's the
your
blood he
entire
just drank.
upper
No,
body
no,
and face.
it was full of the... Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. With great force, splaying your entire
She's
upper
not
body
gonna
and
be
face.
happy with the fact that we just popped her parent.
Oh, no.
It's gonna be
This
fine.
is bad.
It's gonna be fine.
The beast starts thrashing wildly and screaming. You can't see your new friend due to the blood in your eyes, but you can't imagine she's thrilled about what's going on here. Your annihilated pelvis is in perfect agony. You have to get your miserable torso out from under this shitty table. You got an idea. With your broken arm, you start slapping the big ass of the screaming tick while yelling, "Yeah!" You clutch the screwdriver handle with your other hand hard. The blood-gushing monster starts kicking and rearing, then blasts off across the dungeon floor like a pig at a rodeo. You hold on for dear life, still blind, but your plan works. You've been pulled out from under the tomb you've spent the last hour constructing for yourself. Your pelvis is ruined, but at least you're free now and riding like the wind. As you and the blood-spewing tick go tearing around the room, crashing into stuff, you hear a boy crying. You guess our Dada became distracted enough by your foolish display to cease her paralyzation method on him. Or maybe distracted is the wrong word. Maybe she's disappointed by your foolishness. Oh God, you might be blowing it right now. The tick swerves suddenly and starts running up the stairs. Ow, 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 ow. Your brittle pelvis feels every step of the way up. Ow, wow, wow. It careens through the rest of the hive, crashing through the front door, then comes to a sudden halt. You're catapulted violently over the backside and sail 50 yards through the air. You land on your ass and wipe the blood from your eyes. Okay, this was embarrassing. But everyone makes mistakes, right? You can still salvage this friendship, you know you can. Oh. You turn back and look at her hive. Our Dada is standing in her doorway with a furious look on her face. She's flipping you off.
You will not be my
Oh
friend.
shit, did we lose? Oh no!
Rejection!
We can
So-
pass that?
Oh, we lost.
So I guess I guess we chose the wrong dialogue options.
Shit.
Okay.
Well, we could
Let's
reload.
get back in there. Let's
Oh
try
shit!
again.
Whoops.
Yeah, we went pretty far back. Huh?
Hold on.
No.
Load.
We stab her Lucis or whatever that is, and all she did was flip us off?
Well, she kicked us out of
Yes.
our house.
So should we try and get back to the part that we were at just before we lost, or should we try a different thing entirely?
I don't
Well,
even remember.
this
what
is when she's asking
right
us if
now.
we wanted to be her friend or whatever. We can like skip ahead.
Oh well, yeah. Of course, we're gonna say yes to that. The goal is to win. Yes.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Does this? Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yes.
Get the hell out of here. So that's the only other option. First, you clear your head and try to think innocent thoughts. Ironing some clothes, a winning touchdown pass from the sports, our Dada's long black hair spilling over her cloak, wait, these are not innocent thoughts. Shut it down. Shut it down! Shut it down!
Why?
There's no time for thinking. Just act. You hurl the screwdriver at her and run. She calmly lifts a hand towards one of the kids in the cages. The kid tenses up and lifts a hand in the direction of the screwdriver. The screwdriver freezes mid-air right in front of our Dada's head. So she controlled him to make him
Yeah.
use his powers
Yeah,
on the
that's what it seems
screwdriver,
like.
I guess? You run up the stairs. She twitches a finger. The caged kid does a full body spasm, and the screwdriver goes sailing towards you. It stabs deep into your leg, and you buckle over, tumbling
fuck.
backward down the stairs. Ow.
Oh, good.
You're a crumpled heap at the bottom of the stairs, bleeding, and you think your arm is broken in 2 places now.
That didn't seem very friendly to me. Luckily for you, I'm very determined to make relationships work.
No.
Even ones with people who flee simple furniture assembly projects.
She stands over you. You attempt to pull the screwdriver out of your leg, but your entire body locks up. You can't move. She holds an outstretched hand just above you.
You shouldn't try to move yet. And you certainly shouldn't try and pull out that screwdriver. You'll get blood everywhere. To my 3 little eyes, under the present conditions, it seems to me that only one of us should attempt walking up these stairs.
You feel relieved. Perhaps she has some alien means of levitating you up the stairs. Wait, no. Your body is tensing up again. It's moving without your permission. You get to your feet without taking the screwdriver out. Wow, that hurts. What is she making you? Wait, what? She can't
What?
be. You use both of your arms and all your strength and pick her up entirely. The pain from your arm is excruciating. Arms with broken bones are not meant for heavy lifting. The additional weight on your wounded leg isn't great either. You hold her as a groom would hold a bride. She wraps her arms around your neck to hang on to you in what strikes you as an overly familiar manner. She looks directly into your eyes and grins.
This is better. Now, onward and upward, new friend.
Your legs begin to operate without your consent. They wobble and struggle under the weight. The wound throbs. You lumber back up the long flight of stairs, carrying her all the way. Wow. You take her back to the kitchen and set her down in a chair seated at a table, thank God.
This is the better
You didn't
option.
think I'd forget about dinner time, did you?
This is the better option, did you say?
Yes.
That's fair. That's fair.
Let's put your unfriendly behavior behind us. It's a good thing for you that I am benevolent enough to overlook disgusting acts of betrayal. You may have noticed I keep several friends in my hive who I similarly forgiven. Consider the transgression blood beneath the abattoir.
You exhale. Now that she mentions it, yes, you
My
are
arm is broken in
hungry.
2 places, and I've got a screwdriver in my leg, and some of my ribs are probably dust, but I could eat.
Yeah.
Bone dust.
Maybe a warm meal will lift your spirits and get this heretofore turbulent friendship back on track. Maybe you'll even get the chance to pull the screwdriver out of your leg. You pull out a chair and attempt to sit down, but your legs lock up and then you stand again. Apparently this was not the right thing to do.
Oh, but why are you sitting? There's cooking to be done.
God damn. You stagger mechanically over to the fridge and open it. You pull out a large hawk of some sort of alien mystery meat and put it on the counter. With your broken arm, you reach in anguish for a big dangling meat cleaver. You chop the hawk, wincing with every swing of the cleaver. You place the sliced meat into a frying pan, sear it lightly, and serve it on a plate very rare, just the way your new friend likes it. You didn't know that's the way she likes it, but you surmise this is what she prefers in a piece of meat, since technically she is the one doing the cooking and she has very loud neighbors. You put it on the table in front of her, along with a fork and knife beside it. Your muscles relax as you apparently are allowed to control your own body again. She does nothing except for look at you with a pleased expression. You eye the meat in front of her, then the meat on the counter, and the chair on the other side of the table. What should you do? Prepare a plate for yourself? Is that what she wants you to do? Probably not.
Well, it looks like you're confused. Isn't it obvious what to do next under your own volition? A good friend would know what to do. In fact, I don't think a good friend would take nearly as long to decide what the right thing to do is.
Jeez.
It actually seems to me that a very rude friend would hesitate for as long as you are hesitating. Or perhaps someone who is not a friend at all.
You begin to sweat again. You clearly don't have much time to make up your mind. If you wait for even a few seconds longer, you will probably be guilty of being a bad friend. Maybe even a dreadful one. That's not the type of person you like to think you are. What will you do?
Definitely feed her.
Oh, well.
You can't see,
For
but I'm like
sure,
clicking
feed her.
everywhere else on the screen to see if I can. All right.
Is this just Monica's situation? This feels like the only obvious thing to do. She's looking up at you quite expectantly. You reach for the fork with your good arm. You go for the knife with your other ow. You can't do it. This arm is much less serviceable when the muscles are not being forced via psychic override to disregard the pain response. Nevertheless, she looks at you patiently and smiles. That's nice of her, you think, not to be mad about it. You feel like you're growing closer to your new friend by the minute. Thank you for being nice, Sephiroth. You put the fork down and pick up the knife with your good arm. You cut the meat into several pieces with a
This is
careful
making me
sawing
wonder,
motion.
like, okay, if the other character is also a Rustblood, I wonder if it's going to be, like, an actual friendship simulator.
I
don't
hope
know.
so.
I don't know. You
I have
put
to
the
be him.
You put the knife down and pick up the fork and stab a piece. You put it close to her mouth. She seems pleased.
Very good. Nice technique. Well,
I feel
sized
awkwardly
morsels, too.
complimented.
She chews the meat with excellent form. She has very good table manners, you think. When she finishes the pieces, you slice off some more and continue. The meat looks very good. Your mouth is watering, but she doesn't offer any. Oh well, when it's the right time for you to eat too, you're sure she'll let you know. The meal is finished. There is no more meat, except for a few pieces of unchewable gristle, which you did not try to feed her. That would be thoughtless. Very bad service. She reclines and steeples her fingers, looking quite pleased with how the evening has gone so far. You aren't sure why she's laughing. Did you do something funny?
Oh my! What a fool.
Huh?
Point at yourself, wondering if she's referring to you. You don't know what you've done that was foolish. If so, you're also still not sure what you find so amusing. She pauses her laughter for a minute or two, then slowly begins to frown. A faint blue tear rolls down her cheek from her bottom eye. Her bottom eye.
The truth is, I don't even know why I'm laughing. This isn't very funny what's happening here.
No.
It was a good dinner. You did a good job, whoever you are.
She puts her face in both of her hands and sobs quietly. You have no idea what to do about this. You stand there, still holding the fork, feeling a bit useless.
Don't stab her.
There is a lot of pressure, you know. Being so respected and admired for your high status in this world. I didn't ask for this. To be so superior to so many.
Does seem like a problem.
Much is expected of you. Much is presumed about what your personality will be before you even develop one. You work hard and build a brand based only on what you think people assume you should be like. Sometimes I wonder, am I even that good at being sinister? Could I be more sinister if
Please,
I
no.
tried harder? Maybe this is not my true calling after all.
You begin to offer words of sympathy. This all seems heartbreaking to you. Poor new friend. But your jaw muscles contract and your mouth shuts involuntarily. You guess it's not your turn to speak yet. Okay, that works for you. You like to be a good listener to your friends.
But what would happen if I changed my brand? If I stopped being so sinister online? My friends and followers would deride and reject me. My superiors would
Literally.
eat me alive. If I show weakness, if I scale back on my bloodthirsty content, will I incur the scorn of a wise-ass clown with 100 million subscribers?
Whoa! Is that a
Probably.
Great High Blood reference? Cool.
Will I be in a cage someday listening to a fucking fool honk his horn for
I
likes?
think it might be. Is the Great High Blood a streamer? That would be great. Oh my god, I love that idea.
No.
Just
Must
sitting in a
be.
throne, fucking squeaking horns.
Painting his wall.
Just grabs a
Oh my
fucking
God.
troll and like smashes it against the wall, rubbing it up and down and squeaking a horn.
I got the vapors. Over this. Perfect.
How lonely it is to know this is all I can do until the day I leave this planet. I have no material or sensory comforts left for me here. Until I can get on a ship and fly away, pain is my only solace.
Your hand holding the fork grips it tighter. You're horrified to realize what is in the process of doing. What? No.
What?
What? You bring it down hard on her hand, which is placed flat on the table. She doesn't flinch or react in any way. 3 trails of cerulean blood flow from the tines where they pierce her skin. That wasn't friendly, you think? But then you weren't the one who did it, were you? I'm so confused.
Ardata, you're sending some mixed messages here.
Oh.
My subscribers are not real friends. They adore me only for my sinister content, the show I provide, my wicked, infectious laughter, my amazing good looks, my
Wow.
charm, my voice actress.
My modesty.
If I get jealous of them sometimes because I get jealous of them sometimes because they get to watch my content. It must be thrilling, I
I'm
think.
so jealous that they
Maybe.
get to watch me. Sometimes I want to watch me.
I'm amazing. I'm just jealous of them because people who aren't me. This is fucking deep. I know. Apologies if you cannot relate. But I love her.
She pulls the fork out of her hand and lays it gently on the plate of gristle you didn't feed her.
The people downstairs in their cages aren't my friends either. They act like they're my friends, though, and sometimes
I think they act
I
like
even
your friends
believe.
because you make them act like your friends.
I don't know what you're talking about, but they don't really want to be friends with me. Nobody does. The only person who's ever really wanted to be my friend, the only who's ever tried to be, is you.
You clear your throat and point to yourself innocently. Oh, me? It's me?
That's it. I've decided. You have passed the test.
Torture Dungeon was a test. Got it.
Oh, great.
How could we not have known?
You will become my friend officially.
Yes!
As such, I think a reward is in order.
You get a piece of meat.
You are overjoyed. Your heart starts racing. You can't believe it. A new real friend. You don't have much time to enjoy this achievement. Your body is doing something again. You bend down in a strained motion and pick up the plate and fork that was in her hand until recently. You position the plate over your wide open mouth and scrape in all the remaining gristle and begin chewing. It's virtually inedible. Your mouth humors the act of chewing for 2 seconds, and then you swallow all of it whole in one painful gulp. Tastes like friendship.
Hey!
Friendship! Good picture.
We made friends.
Did we,
Yeah, I think that's the
is
good
that-
ending.
Is that the end? That's the end of it. Oh my god.
You want
Oh,
to see
that's weird.
what happens if we try to run away in the
Yay!
beginning?
Yeah,
I
sure,
do.
sure. Let's do it.
Or-
Probably it just ends. Sounds fine, I
Get the fuck out of my fucking face.
guess.
Hey!
Win!
Nice.
We weren't even in her house.
Oh.
All right, cool.
That was okay. That's about what I expected.
All right, so I think that was all the
All right,
Ardata
cool.
paths. I don't think we missed anything.
Great. What a charming character.
I
Yeah,
fucking love
Ardata's
her.
Great.
pretty great.
No complaints. She is
Deep
amazing.
story.
I don't even need like a fan role now.
That's
It's
fair.
just Ardata.
That's fair.
It's literally just her.
You're down with the 3 eyes thing?
Oh, dope as hell.
Yeah. Well, I think we got another character.
Jay,
to
you
check
feeling
out.
ready?
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just hoping it's a happy one.
Not as good as mine.
Falsha, do you want to be
Sure.
the new narrator for this?
Yes, someone is approaching. A strange gray-skinned alien with a cozy-looking hoodie. Perhaps they will make for a good friend.
What?
I think it's just
What
what's
is
up.
up? I?
I probably just.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
it's between
it's
buns.
between buns.
Oh, it's between buns.
Oh my god,
Good job, Hannah. That's funny.
His
What's
horns
that?
look like wieners.
They do. Oof. Oh, I keep thinking it says I.
Hang on, sorry. I didn't get a good look at you before I started talking.
Oh, that is an I. Okay.
I guess you're really weird looking. Kind of uncomfortable about this.
Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in some need of medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now.
Hungry, huh? Oh, I guess what your game is? Or I see what your game is.
You aren't sure what he's talking about. Then your eyes drift toward the obvious target, that exquisite hot dog he's holding. It looks really, really good. Your mouth starts watering noticeably.
Oh, no. I knew it. You're just like all the rest. Your agenda is to have me relinquish my delicacy. Well, forget it. I've been tricked out of 2 other oblong meat products this week already.
Oh, yeah?
I know you probably think I'm an easy mark due to my blood color, but I still have dignity at
You
least.
don't know anything about his blood color or why that would matter in this conversation about his hot dog. You're hungry, sure, but you didn't mean to cast a threatening gaze at his meal. All you really want to do is make a new buddy, so you don't feel quite so alone in this strange new world.
I see. You just want to make a friend and not my sweet meat?
I said that.
I don't want you to ever say it again.
Sorry, I get a little paranoid when I talk about such delicacies in public. You can't be too careful. Folks tend to get that greedy look in their eyes around my warm sausage.
No!
This is gonna be a fun time.
These are some odd ways to express the things he's saying you think. But it would be rude to point that out. Probably best to change the subject. Get this blossoming friendship moving in the right direction.
What do you want to do?
I
Oh,
think we should
fair.
save.
I think we should save. You're right. I agree. I have agreed very much. Great.
Now I don't care what we do.
Let's ask if he. I wouldn't ask him.
Hot dog time.
These things, but ask if he lives in your. Okay. All right.
Forget it! I'm leaving forever. Bye. Now.
Figured. Yeah.
Disrespectful.
Disrespectful. Very good.
Okay. Yeah, I figured that was the one that was gonna end right away, so we might as well get that out of the way.
That's fine.
Oh, what?
Now we can
Oh,
save it the next thing that he asks us.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Forget I'm
did
leaving
I
forever.
get it
Bye.
twice?
I think you accidentally chose
Okay,
the
there it
wrong
goes.
one.
Yeah. Or I used to, I mean. My place was bombed by drones
Okay.
a while ago. Now I don't have a hive, but I'm making it work out here. Foraging for tasty things when I can. I've gotten pretty good at it. Talking people and giving me meat products, I
You quickly
mean.
feel a sense of pity for your new friend. You thought you had it rough, crash landing here, hungry and friendless, and come to think of it, feels like your arm is broken? Your ribs too, maybe. But enough self-pity. This is about making a new great friend. You ask your friend if there's anything you can do to improve his life.
Oh, wait. Are we friends now? Like, is that official? Man, I don't know. Why don't we slow down a bit, see how things go? Not saying it's out of the question, I just think I should take some time to see the actual friendship material.
And that's fair.
Someone I trust, you know, not just another looky-loo gunning for my delicacy.
Why don't you just eat
He's
it?
saving it for later.
It's mine.
Oh, damn. You got out over your skis again. Of course he's right. This is totally reasonable. You feel sure you can do what it takes to win him over. You make a mental note to avoid looking or mentioning his hot dog, since it seems to be a sensitive subject. You do everything in your power to avert your gaze from the hot dog. You are aggressively not looking at it, in fact. You don't think hot dog thoughts. You don't think hot dog thoughts. It's working. You weren't thinking about hot dogs at all. It's like he isn't even holding one, and no one ever even brought up the fact that hot dogs exist. He seems to notice on some primal level your current non-hot dog mindset. He smiles. You pay closer attention to the boy's face. It's a nice smile he has, actually. Very kind, disarming. A few freckles here and there, a mop of messy hair draping over his eyes. What a nice friend this would be to have, you think. He's kind of adorable, really, if you disregard the prickly attitude about his hot dog. Okay, wait a minute. You don't want to start thinking thoughts that are too friendly. You should dial this down a little. Stick to the basics. You just want a cool new friend, nothing more. You should try to spark up some, non-meat related conversation soon, before things get, awkward. You wonder about his house. It got, bombed?
Yeah, you know. Routine drone passed through my hood. A little bombing, a little culling. That's how it goes around here. I was a lucky one. My Lucis.
What do you think his
not so
Lucis
much.
was?
Damn it.
Um,
Pig.
Probably
Hog.
adoption.
yeah.
It's adoption.
Oh, damn it, yeah.
That'd be really cute.
Oh.
He's a goner.
You don't know what a...
Is the hot dog his son?
Oh, no!
That would
No.
be so sad.
That hot dog is my dad now.
That's the saddest option.
That's
we've
why
come
he
up with.
hasn't eaten it. You don't know what a Lucis is, but you can deduce it was something important to him, who probably died in that bombing. Rather than overwhelm him with annoying questions about his culture, you decide the right play is to show him some sympathy.
Oh, thanks. I miss him. Sometimes I think I enjoy savory bun delights as a way of covering up the pain. They're so good, though, it's hard to stop. Also, I favored the juicy meats before he died anyway. It's just something we did together. How did we start talking about my hot dog once more? Let's drop it. Please, dude. Don't bring it up again.
God damn it.
I'm crying ketchup.
You didn't bring it up, but you don't want to correct him. The boy is clearly grieving. You see two faint red tears roll down his cheeks from behind the messy bangs. Your heart can't take it. You have to console this homeless boy somehow. Then he'll definitely be your friend. But what to do? Uh-oh. What to
Save.
do? Save! Yeah.
Save is what you do.
No, yes.
Right, so give him a friendly pat on the back or
Great.
give him a reassuring hug.
No, we can't be too friendly. Give him a hug.
Wait, no, hug is more friendly.
No, give him a hug. It's less friendly. The
What?
pat on the back is clearly friendly as
But we
dictated
could-
by the option.
But we could be reaching for the hot dog.
Yes, but if we go for the hug, then he'll also be closer to the hot dog. because
But
it'll
then
be
we'll
between
also
us.
be between the
Yeah,
close to the hot
right.
dog.
You
Okay,
hold
I'm giving him
this
a hug.
boy.
You open your arms and approach him with a posture of great compassion. You furrow your brow upwardly a bit as if to say, I know how hard it is. You advance, and he leans backward a little, as if caught off guard by your sympathy. Maybe you're coming on too strong, but you know there's no turning back now. You don't just throw the brakes on an imminent, heartfelt hug like this. You embrace him awkwardly, and it goes well for a moment, until you realize your arm is broken and it seizes up reflexively in pain. It jostles the hot dog in his hand, and he bobbles it. You both gasp. You try to detach from the hug so you can catch the dog, but it's already on its way to the ground. In your attempt to save it, you stagger backwards and slip. The hot dog gets smushed under your big dumb ass the moment it makes contact with the ground. Diamond lets out a shriek.
No! Oh! Dude! Dude, my dog! Oh!
Oh, these are the right voice choices. You scramble to get up in time, hoping you're not as owned as you're not as owned as it looks. But your feet keep slipping and your butt keeps grinding the hot dog. When the carnage finally subsides, you roll over and check it out. It's completely unsalvageable. Just a gross, meaty mud mash. Like the hot dog never even existed.
Ugh.
Diamond howls in agony and slumps backward against the tree. Oh no. You fucked this up so bad.
That's it, man. I lost everything. Not sure what the point is of living anymore.
You're absolutely mortified by your clumsiness and foolishness. You have a feeling you'll be thinking about this moment for years to come, during those insecure moments when your mind seems to be looking for any excuse to make yourself cringe with self-doubt and shame. Still, you can't help but feel this guy is being a little unreasonable. It's just one hot dog. There are probably plenty more of those to come by for those who know where to look in this strange world. He himself said he makes a habit of enjoying these, so they can't be all that uncommon. Maybe he just has an unusual psychological disorder surrounding a fixation on this particular food item? Yes, that could be it. Poor guy. This just means he needs your support as a friend all the more. You won't give up on your friends, or for that matter, people who you're trying to desperately to become friends with. That just isn't who you are as a person. You have an idea. You run it by him with a sense of optimism and salesmanship. The past is behind you. There's no need to wallow in self-incrimination and guilt over the hot dog incident. Diamond perks up a little bit.
Oh, you want to help me get another hot dog?
Absolutely. It could be a fun adventure, you say? Something to bond over, to bring two new buddies closer together. Okay, you don't say that out loud, but you really hope it's true.
I don't know. Could be a long shot. Sometimes it can be days before I can get. I am united with another plump treat, glistening with perspiration.
Okay.
Steaming, relaxing, comfy, and a soft melt in your mouth loaf.
Is this man less or more creepy than Ardata? I can't tell.
Ardata is perfect, and I will not hear anyone say otherwise.
You wouldn't say creepy
No.
applies to her at all?
Phenomenal.
No?
And
Okay.
gorgeous.
Alright.
And well spoken.
Yes.
Yeah. Damn. Now I really want a hot dog. I guess I don't have much choice but to take you up on your offer, do I? What do you got in
It's a
mind?
good question. You haven't made a plan yet, and frankly, don't even know where to begin, but he's interested in spending more time with you, which is the most important thing. You'll figure something out. You decide a display of confidence is called for here, a real show of leadership to improve morale. You smile, hold your head up high, and tell him to follow you. You know exactly what to do. Well, not really, but you give no indication of that at all. He's definitely intrigued. You've got him hooked now, you think. He's probably wondering if he hit pay dirt, finding a new friend with the hot dog hookup. Of course, you don't have the slightest idea where to find a hot dog, but you've got to admit, you're enjoying the feeling of being important and valued by a potential friend. You don't want to do anything underhanded, yet you can't help but feel you should probably milk the social gambit for all it's worth. This way, you say, as you begin marching confidently in a random direction. He obediently follows and begins rubbing his tummy.
Excellent sound work by Jason Limby.
Can you do that again?
No.
Oh my god, you begin to feel nervous almost immediately. You have absolutely no idea how this is going to play out, or if it stands any chance of resulting in a hot dog at the end of the journey. Oh well, you'll figure something out along the way. You lead him through streets and winding through the yards of strange-looking houses, and he follows. He takes care to make sure you both are not seen, which could get you both in a lot of trouble, apparently. The improvised circuitous route appears to provoke his suspicion.
Dude.
Are you sure you know where a hot dog is? Seems to me like you may be
Oh,
lost.
absolutely. You're absolutely sure you know where to find one, you say? You're just throwing anyone off the trail who might have been following you. He nods solemnly, as if that makes perfect sense. But you can't keep him guessing like this forever. You've got to do something. Take some bold action to keep his interest in this wiener quest.
Next game title. Wiener Quest.
Oh, boy. You say this way. Down here, this is a shortcut to the hot dog supply you're privy to. It's the mother lode.
In the sewer?
Oh, yeah, totally. It's just a short trek through the sewer. Shouldn't be more than another hour. Or several.
Why are we
Of
doing this?
sewer trudging. That is, if he still has the will to do what it takes to get his hands on some more juicy dogs.
Oh, hell yeah! You know it. After you, man.
An hour later, you're so deep in the sewer, you've lost all bearing and sense of direction. You could be anywhere by now. You've taken so many crazy turns. Still, you don't let up for a second that you're lost. You've made each turn with decisive conviction. He's still following you, but now he's having trouble keeping up. He's out of breath and struggling with the foul smell. Can't say you're enjoying it much either, but you can't let out the fact that what you're doing now is anything other than the most casual routine for you. Like you do this every day. Just a quick jaunt through the sewer to hit up this vast mythical trove of meat products. Okay, when you put it that way, maybe this all sounds a bit insane. Still, you're too deep in to second guess yourself now.
Hey. I gotta stop and rest. I can't lie. I'm stopping for a heavenly Frankenfurter. But this might be too much for me. I don't know if I'm cut out for
You
this.
pause and look back. He's sitting down now, slumping against the filthy sewer wall. You're intensely relieved to see you may have just won this impromptu game of sewer hot dog chicken. But more importantly than that, this looks like an ideal time to show some sympathy and have a bonding moment with your would-be friend. You sit next to him and with your broken arm put a hand on his knee in a platonic but deeply understanding way. Your arm hurts when you do this, but it's worth it. Every little gesture counts on making a new friend.
I kinda suck.
Dave is perfect for you.
Hey, how did our data get in this storyline?
Well, now this is gonna have real pain in the next one.
No, sorry,
My-
Dave.
My lessons is gone. I don't have any skills, and most people think I'm weird for liking hot dogs so much.
Do you like hot dogs?
I do. I'm probably just gonna get cold. I'm not good at going on adventures or doing anything hard. All I'm good for is finding an easy meal here and there, however I can get it.
Oh my.
Like talking to people out of their fine sausages, using tricks or other plays which end up losing me friends. It's been unthinkable that anyone would actually do anything nice for me, or would want me to have that sweet, sweet meat I desire. At least it was unthinkable. Until now.
Your heart begins to race. Could it be? Is this shitty improvised sewer escapade actually working? You can't believe it.
Nobody's ever done so much or worked so hard to try to get my hands another magnificent banger.
Please don't ever speak. Damn.
Why could I have been the girl?
I'm sorry for being emotional, but like, this is new for me. I don't even know how to handle it. I'm just so
so grateful. I'd be thrilled to call you a friend, man.
Wow.
Whatever you
You're
are.
overjoyed. Unbelievable. It's almost too good to be true. What now? It's such a sudden turn of good fortune, you hardly know what to do. Should you hug the guy? Last time that didn't go so well. But this time he's not holding a hot dog for you to clumsily defile. So maybe this is your moment. Wait. Oh, what's that? A deep rumbling sound begins to echo through the tunnels.
Oh, shit. They found us. It's a drone dude. I guess on, like, sewer duty? We gotta
He gets up,
run!
grabs your hand and sprints. He's a lot faster than he looks when motivated to get moving. He turns this way and that as the rumbling gets closer. But he slips on something and you both tumble into a river of horrifying sludge.
Bro! I can't swim!
The
Help!
bad arm finds purchase on the ledge, and though it's very painful, you heroically salvage your friend from the muck with the other arm. He coughs and gasps for breath. You find a nearby ladder, shove him upward until he starts climbing on his own, and follow him. Whoa. You burst through a lid on the floor, and you both flop out of the hole, drenched in filth, smelling horrible, and completely exhausted. But at least you're safe, you think.
Hey man. Just want you to know, even though we didn't find the glorious treasure you were leading us to, I'm just happy how it turned out. Maybe I don't need hot dogs in my life as much as I thought. Maybe that's not the real treasure after all. It's been a journey for me, let me tell you. I'm learning so much about myself, about life,
Aw.
because of you.
His bushy hair is slicked back from his eyes due to the sludge. He's giving you a penetrating, soulful gaze of presumably pure friendship. Or is it even deeper than that? Wow, this is intense. Then something catches your eye just above him. Something dangling. Lots of dangling things, actually. Come to think of it, it's really cold in here. Freezing, in fact. You finally realize, holy shit, you're in a weird alien meat locker. You're absolutely surrounded by dangling meat products, including many sausages. Thousands of them. You begin to sob. Your sobbing soon turns to unrestrained wailing of raw catharsis. He joins you, and the tears flow freely from you both. You embrace each other and let it all out. Suddenly it hits you, both of you. This is by far the happiest day of your life. Meat heaven!
Well,
They're gonna have to pay for that.
they smell terrible.
Like a long, hard run through a sewer and a swim through sludge to get your hankering for a miraculous banger with your best friend going.
Well,
Nope.
well,
Nope.
well, Damon was a good friend. He was
Yeah.
an easy friend to get.
Yeah.
That's
we
like half
should.
the time.
We missed
I
one
think we
path.
missed one.
Yeah.
Did we miss something?
One.
did?
We missed one path,
Let's
which
go-
is clearly not the right one. But let's go down.
Let's
it
go.
anyway.
Yeah, let's definitely go check it out.
Alright.
How was squishing the hot dog with her ass not the wrong one?
I feel like the failure path for our Dada was longer
Yeah.
than the success path.
Yeah, it was. This might be longer too. Who knows?
True.
You keep it simple and pat him on the back a couple of times. Everything's gonna be okay. Since you're his new friend, or at least working toward earning that status, he has a new ally to help him with whatever he comes his way. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, the hot dog's coming back up on me. Yeah,
Are
it's
you
too many hot
okay?
dogs. He wipes his tears and appears to get himself back
Oh.
together. Your friendly gesture worked.
You're right. I shouldn't let the past get me down. In a way, I'm free. I'm off the grid. They probably think I died. No need to worry about knocks at my door, because I don't have a door anymore. Maybe I can live off the land for the rest of my life. Scrounging for scrumptious indulgences, wherever I may find them. by rummaging through offal drums or smooth talking the right mark. Sounds like the life, honestly.
He's a grifter.
I'll miss my Lussus, but I think he would be proud of me. If I make it without him, I think I can survive on my own. I know he would be proud. Maybe I don't even need to leave the planet. Maybe I can avoid taking the ordeals altogether. I can't test who... Oh, can't test who you can't find. And these buns. If I play my cards right, I can probably live to a ripe old age on this planet without getting caught. Like hiding in alleys and sewers, scraping together just enough succulent proteins to keep myself going. Honestly, I don't even need to get by that long, since I have a much shorter lifespan than most trolls. So I think I might be able to make this work.
You look confused at that last remark, but again, you don't want to be impolite. He holds up his hand as if to tell you not to bother.
I can tell you're not from around here, it's okay. Rustbloods don't live a long time. Blood classes higher than me live progressively longer the higher you go up. Sea dwellers live basically forever. It's kinda crazy and seems unfair. That's how it is. I'd be jealous of them, but I think I'm not.
Good.
I'm almost grateful I don't have very long to make it in this world. I don't know what I'd do if I had longer. I'm happy to settle into a nice short ride. Keep a low profile, take in some good meat along the way. Nothing wrong with that life, if you ask me.
You understand. It seems like a tragic story, but if your friend has made peace with his destiny, you might as well too. You offer a sympathetic shrug and continue your impressive streak of consecutive seconds not looking at his hot dog at all. He smiles again. He seems to be relaxing, gripping the dog a little less tightly. That's good.
You know, you're good at listening. Not many people understand me at all. A lot of people think my overly possessive attitude towards meaty delights to be strange and off-putting. I've heard it's more than once and lost some friends that way. There are some past personal dramas I do not want to think about, let me tell you. But you're different. Maybe you can put me at ease because it's obvious you're even lower than me. No offense, but you are.
Wow.
Drones would vaporize a hornless goof like you, no questions asked. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
You
scare
laugh
you.
it off. You're not scared, you say. You've survived worse. You pat your broken ribs and wince. You clutch your sore ribs with your broken arm and wince even harder because of that.
Oh, man. Looks like that arm's hurt, huh? Guess it's broken. Let's see what we can do about that. Here, hold this a second.
He hands you his hot dog without hesitation. Oh, wow. He wants you to hold it? This is such a remarkable gesture of trust. You're overwhelmed. You gingerly take the hot dog with your good arm, being very careful. You hold the hot dog from beneath with your fingertips, as if it's a priceless, delicate treasure. He takes off his vest and puts it on the ground. Then he takes off his shirt. You avert your eyes for a moment, then realize that's silly. Nothing particularly indecent about this, you suppose. If he's comfortable, so are you. Then he puts his vest back on, takes the hot dog back from you, and hands you the shirt.
Aha. Here,
Aw.
make a sling out of it. Yeah.
Are you
That
not
should help.
wearing a shirt? Is that what we've got?
Who,
You're
him?
just naked?
Yeah, we're naked.
Diamond?
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, there's
The main
skins.
character.
Oh, the main character.
character.
I mean, we're wearing a shirt, I'd imagine. It's just we're making a sling out of the shirt he gave us.
Why didn't
Because then we
use
would
our
be
own
naked,
shirt?
and that's rude.
That's very rude.
True.
Here's a vest.
How are we gonna make friends without a shirt?
Show him your penis.
What?
What the fuck?
No.
That escalated, girl.
Oblong meat products?
He loves long meat products. He'll probably
He's
love it.
right. It does help. Your broken arm is a lot more comfortable and secure. The shirt smells like meat too. You can't tell if you think that's a bonus or if it's weird. You decide it's a bonus. This is your new friend. He loves meat and so do you. It's your greatest common interest, in fact.
Nice. You know, I think we made a pretty good team. I don't know if I'm really I'm ready to officially call you my friend yet, though. But I may be getting close. You're pushing all the right buttons, man. Just being someone who listens and understands. You have no idea how much that means
You're so
to me.
happy to hear this, it makes your heart sing. Well, if you're keeping it totally real, some of these things he's saying are just a little strange. Like maybe this boy wasn't really socialized properly by his Lucis, you guess? You think that might be his dad, but again, you don't dare ask. Not when the positive feelings are flowing like this. Why kill the mood? He gets a little closer and swoops a hand through his thick black bangs. For the briefest moment, you catch a glimpse of one of his eyes, regarding you fondly. Your heart beats a little faster. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You're starting to wonder if all he's interested in is friendship. You hope that's all he wants.
Oh my
You
god.
don't think you're ready for anything more than that. You're desperate for friendship or really companionship of any sort. But that's moving pretty fast for you.
Oh my
But
god.
you're too nervous to make your feelings clear on all this. If he goes any further, you're not sure if you'll have the will to protest.
Listen, dude. This gorgeous meat project we both admire. I'm
Oh my god.
thinking
Oh my god. Oh my
Maybe-
god.
maybe we share it?
Oh, he wants to share his meat product with you. Oh my god. Sorry.
I think that sounds good, actually.
Oh my, yes. That sounds wonderful. You're so hungry, and you're beside yourself with gratitude that Diamond is willing to share with you something so precious to him. It really means a lot.
Here, I have an idea.
He brings his
Oh my
face
God.
closer to yours. He holds the hot dog up between your faces, with both ends of the hot dog pointing to his mouth and yours. You're not sure what he
Man.
wants you to do. You can't find the bread to ask. It seems like he wants you to eat the hot
my
dog
God.
with
Lady
him,
in the
lady in
Tramp
the
style.
tramp style. Yes, if pressed on it, he'd agree that the act is uncomfortably erotic. But you have to admit, it is a good way to share a food item whilst ensuring it gets split about evenly. And you absolutely loathe the
yeah.
idea of letting a friend down. It's completely at odds with your value as a person. You chop down on your end hot dog as he does with his end simultaneously. Holy shit, that is so good. You take another bite. And he times his bite perfectly. He's eerily good at this game. It's throwing you off. You're chewing a bit, which makes you cough a little when you swallow. But you don't feel like you can pause without breaking eating rhythm with him. Maybe friend will too.
What is
You
happening?
keep going without really quite swallowing as you go. You get closer to his face, which is creating an imminent situation you aren't sure how you're going to handle. You haven't planned for it, and it's coming up fast. The hot dog backlog collecting in your throat is getting a bit too heavy. So you try to swallow, but you can't. You gag and cough up all the shoot hot dog matter explosively in his face.
Oh no! Oh my god!
He recoils, absolutely stunned. His bangs are blown back and he's staring at you with wide eyes. Hot dog and bun bits are all over his face. He says nothing for a moment. Then he puts his hands to his throat. Oh fuck, he's choking. He points at his mouth desperately. You need to do something. The Heimlich, of course. That's what you need to do. You need to save your friend's life. You get behind him and put your good arm around his belly and form a fist. You plunge your fist under his ribs, trying to dislodge his masticated delicacy. It's no use. You can't get any leverage. You need your other arm. It really hurts, though. You'll have to make sacrifices for your friend. Yes, a friend who may have tried to trick you into kissing him with a silly hot dog stunt. You're not sure how you'll navigate this tricky subject once he's breathing again, but you'll deal with that later. Right now, you have to have a life to save. You pull your broken arm from its sling, grab your other fist in front of his belly, and squeeze! You try and try. His face is turning, well, not blue, a deep red? You guess because his blood is rust-colored. Sure, that makes sense. You yank one more time. Your broken arm is throbbing in pain. Oh, Jesus. A huge gob of cheap hot dog launches out of his mouth like a cannonball, and the explosion creates enough force in the other direction. It causes you to actually lift up in the air, and you accidentally suplex him into the mud behind you. You in turn go tumbling over him, and the two of you are soon locked in an inseparable pinwheel of interspecies downhill mayhem. You roll down the grassy incline toward a nearby neighborhood, toward a street. Luckily, you stop just short of the street, but Diamond's neck lands right on the sharp end of the curb, and after flipping in the air once or twice, you come down right on his face with your big ass. You hear a You slap his cheek a little. No response. He's not breathing. You check his mouth. Throat is clear of hot dog debris. Oh God, this can't be happening. You look around panicked. This isn't what you need right now. All you wanted was a friend. You can't be held responsible for alien murder. You have to hide the body. You see a couple of kids creeping out of nearby houses to see what all the commotion is. There's no time. You've got to find a bush or something. There, over there. Looks like a little alien bushy thing. Yeah, it's pretty small, but it'll have to do. You drag the vested, shirtless carcass over to the bush. You dump the body in the bush. It's really not convincing. Looks like a dead kid was unceremoniously dropped on top of a small bush in a poor attempt to conceal a murder. You've got to come up with something better. Wait a minute. Something is standing behind you.
Hello, stranger. Don't worry about this little mess you've made. I'll take care of it for you.
You killed him!
You killed him!
Well,
Ah.
all about the memories you've made, you know?
That was an event. I'm really glad we went back for that final dialogue.
Really? I think that was the best
You have
one.
his shirt sling on your arm still too. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
You do.
Yep.
I really like the way they drew our data.
That was amazing.
Well,
Wait, was the rust blood that she was talking to in the cage
No, 'cause he's-
him?
No,
Yeah,
I
he's
think that's a
dead
different
at that
person.
point.
Yeah, he's for sure dead.
Well,
And there was no hot dog.
there's a lot of alternate timelines
Yeah,
here where
I mean,
wait,
all they
he's
say is
dead?
that it's a
he
rust blood.
dead?
It could have been him, I guess, but who knows?
Yeah.
I can't. Like,
Yeah.
I'm bothered
Well,
that this
that-
lights up, but I can't seem to do anything with it.
I think maybe they just wanted to do something fancy with the title, probably. Well, that was fun though. I like that.
Yeah.
Actually, turned out to
Yeah,
be
no, that
unexpectedly
was
pretty
pretty
good.
great.
Yeah,
Um,
Definitely
definitely worth the
creative.
99 cents I
very
spent on it.
funny.
Oh, it's not. It's a.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a dollar.
literally
That's
just
pretty
a
good. That's a
dollar.
good price for it.
Which is
Oh,
good
that's not
because I
bad.
spent
Yeah.
like
This is pretty good
$75
for a dollar.
on FanForge today.
On
FanForge?
what?
On what?
The Homestuck
Fanforge?
shop.
Did you buy a whole bunch of Did you buy a
No.
whole bunch of Homestuck stuff? Yeah, you did. You big That's fine. I've got way more T-shirts than I'm proud to admit.
I'm wearing one right now. It's Gamsies.
We're nerds. We're big nerds. Oh my god, I am too. Shit.
Oh yeah!
That wasn't even intentional.
It's spreading!
Yeah, fucking-
I have Gamsies. He has space.
yeah, I guess. I don't even know.
I'm
why
just
it's
wearing
space.
the Libra shirt, so I
Anyway.
guess Terezi's shirt.
Y'all-
What are you wearing, Jay?
Dragon.
Jay, what do you
Jay's my
think?
Lucis.
Fuck you.
This-
Jay,
yeah, perfect.
Jay is Felshane's flute.
The only shirts I own are dragon.
Jay's my Lucis.
Yes.
So,
Me.
now what?
Yeah, I wasn't
was so short,
expecting
I
the
don't know.
whole
was
game,
really
every
short.
path to only take about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
We
wow.
played through Hiveswap
No,
again.
That.
Great.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Oh, I know
Let's
what we
run.
should do.
Let's
Hold on.
re-stream
Give
it.
me like 20 seconds.
Oh,
Yeah.
we are
Shay, hey,
not
shut up! Hey, shut up! Say
voicing
anything!
Homestuck.
Don't say anything! Shut your mouth!
Is it the
Why
one
don't
I'm
you all
thinking it is
Just
that you
shut
want us
your
to do?
goddamn mouths.
Oh
You
my
don't.
fucking God.
I want to
you
be
don't know
Okasan.
what, you're talking
Oh
about.
God.
What
I
is
do
this?
know what you're doing.
What are you
I
doing?
know exactly what you're
What
doing.
are you
Fuck!
doing?
It won't show it.
What is he doing?
What's happening?
You want to open it in Firefox?
Or I think you have it open
No, it's
behind a
definitely
window,
on the
maybe?
top window. Hold on.
Okay, all right.
If it's Google Chrome,
okay.
OBS doesn't like it. I don't know
Don't
why.
worry.
Minesweeper? I mean, I'm not the
Oh
one playing,
yeah,
so I don't know how
it's
well.
Minesweeper.
Yeah,
it's gonna sweep my mind. I know
Jay.
that much.
I mean, now that you've said that,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh, good.
there it
this
is.
is exactly what I
Yeah.
thought it was
I-
going to be.
I don't know if I can approve of
We
that.
can play the bird dating sim.
At least
It's not
center it
centered
properly. More to the right. Yeah, like right about there. That's perfect. Good.
Oh, are we
Cool.
seriously fucking doing
I
this?
don't know.
Ah, where it's going, I guess.
All right, Jay, you have to read.
I'm
Actually,
him.
That's a super
I
bad
think
idea.
I
don't know.
I'm only
Yeah.
planning on doing this for like the next half hour or something. We're probably not barely gonna get past half of Act 1 if even. So,
That sounds good to me. This actually feels like a good day to do this.
Okay, sure.
I mean,
All right.
I just really love Homestuck, and
well, go ahead, Jay.
although I will say,
Okay.
wait, hold on. I want to say something just so it's on record. Felshane, if this makes me reread Homestuck for a third time,
Oh, don't worry.
I will find you
With my
and
teeth.
I will kill you.
Ardata
Yes.
stared at you with a menacing look. You're not exactly sure how much honesty was behind that threat, but you could see the.
100%.
Still unsure about how percentage.
Anyway,
that
go
was.
ahead, Jay.
Great. Friendship blossoming. Yeah, great.
All right. A young man stands in his bedroom. It
Nope,
just
you
Yeah,
are
just
gonna get
narrator
really
voice.
tired
Just
of
read a
hearing
normal
that.
voice.
all right. A young
Sorry,
man stands
Jay.
in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April, 2009. Oh, is this young man's birthday? Though it was 13 years ago he was given life, it is only today he'll be given a name. What will the name of this young man be?
Answer name.
Smorfledorf.
Zeus Mal Pooplord.
Wait, what?
Dragon smartass. That's good. John
Oh.
Egbert.
We don't got to get the pick. Oh.
No, you're
Your
John
name-
Egbert.
Yes. Oh goodness. Your name is John. As was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes scattered around your room. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for really terrible movies. You like to program computers, but are not very good at it. You have a fondness for paranormal lore and are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games, and sometimes, what will you do?
Quickly retrieve arms from the drawer.
Your arms are in your magic chest, poop lord.
Remove cake from magic
Are we gonna put it in the switch or not? Oh. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it in his bed.
Quickly retrieve arms from magic chest.
Yeah. You retrieve your fake arms from the chest. You will use these for hilarious antics. Your capture
Capture log.
logs.
Captcha log.
You capture-log them to your Siladex. You have no idea what that actually means, though. I understand you. There's no other items in this chest. There are!
There are none. There are no other objects.
But there's a sword!
No. Oh, wait.
Oh. In here, you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts. Each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster. You are neither of those things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake arms currently capitalized in this graph. One pair.
Captulogged in your cylinder.
No. I think I like Captain Logging to better.
One pair of trick handcuffs. One sun sword. Squiggly smoke pellets, several squiggly blood capsules, and one copy of Cologne Sassacre's
Colonel Sassacres.
Oh, Colonel.
That one's just plain English.
It looks like colonial. All right, one copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical
Frivolity.
What? Frivolity and practical japery. And one copy of Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cravery. Some of this stuff may come in handy at some point. For now, you decide you should take some pellets.
Capture log smoke pellets.
Oh, John, capture log the smoke pellets.
Yeah. You stole the smoke pellets in one of your capture log cards in your Siladex.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes!
You still aren't totally sure what that means, but you're starting to get the hang of this vernacular at least. You have 2 empty capture log cards remaining.
Does this make sense, Jay? Does it make sense how the inventory system works yet?
I
John,
think
equip
I'm
fake
getting
arms.
Alright,
You-
cool.
Yeah, you aren't totally sure if equipped is a verb.
Copacetic.
Thank you. Copacetic with the abstract behavioral medium of which you dwell, but you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access fake arms. Their card is underneath one you just used to capture log the smoke pellets. You will have to use the smoke pellets first in order to access the arms. But this is probably unadvisable since you just make your room lousy with smoke. Your Siladex fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stack data structure. This is fucking homework. You were never all that great with data structures, and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. But with any hope, perhaps you will advance new, more practical fetch modi for your Siladex with a little more experience.
Yes.
I have a suggestion.
Yes!
For Jay's sake, how about if we trade off every couple of pages?
Yeah, that sounds good.
That sounds good. What do you think
Is
about
that okay with you, Jay?
Alright, who wants to take the next leg? Alright, examine
I
problems
will.
in the poster.
Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster was one of your wisest purchases with a link to where you can go purchase it yourself. You didn't need to click it out. There it is! There's the
Hey!
store! There is a nice spot on the wall next to it. You've been meaning to hang another poster
John,
there
read
soon.
note on drawer.
I'm gonna do that. The note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and colognes. Beside the note is a rolled up poster.
Oh,
Happy
that's
birthday,
not
son.
Colonel, huh?
Oh, who wants to be dad? It's the first voice of a character that we could do.
I mean, clearly, I think I should be dad.
Jay-
I'm the most dad-like of everyone.
Jay, you should be No, wait. I think Jay should probably be John himself.
I think
Wow.
Shane.
Shane should be his dad.
Happy birthday, son. I'm so proud of you.
Good choice.
Oh God, Dad, no.
Oh God.
Another birthday artifact. You wonder what's printed on the poster. You'll need some way to hang it on your wall.
nails. They will come in handy.
Yes. You first place the hammer into your Siladex. But now all your capsulon cards are full. You wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. You guess it doesn't
Take
hurt
nails.
to try. You capsulon 4 nails into the top card and push all the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck.
No!
They're probably completely useless anyway, but you probably don't want to do that again unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you now feel like you have gathered enough things to get down to business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you do will probably be
John,
exceptionally
squawk
meaningful.
like an imbecile and
Excelsior.
shit on your desk.
This is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid! And yet the polished surface of your desk.
Okay, John, combine the nails and the hammer, please.
Okay, alright, you merge the top two cards. The hammer and nails are now captulogged on the same card and
John,
can be
use
used
hammer
together.
/ nails on poster.
You use the hammer and nails card in conjunction with the card
Nail
beneath
poster
it.
to wall, John.
Okay.
That doesn't seem necessary.
You use the hammer, nails, and poster on the blank space on the wall. It's glorious. Exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time. Little monsters. This is the worst fucking
Examine
movie ever.
Con Air poster.
Put the bunny back in the box. I said put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?
Is
Yes,
this a real
Con
movie?
Air is a real movie, Jay!
Oh.
I presume that line that I just did should have been said with a particular cadence,
What?
but I haven't seen this
No.
movie.
We
A
should-
particular.
we should
I
all
should watch it.
Con Air? You want to watch
we should
Con
watch
Air?
all
I
of the
wanna watch
horrible
Con Air.
movies.
I'll watch Con Air.
Anyway,
We should watch every movie
Yes!
on John's wall. Great.
It's
Oh
one
my
night,
God.
Homestuck
that's
night.
tonight, Jay.
Ew.
One Night Ultimate Homestuck.
John, examine Team
No.
Impact poster.
Yes.
No.
Fine. Morgan Freeman's genteel, homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis. Oceans rise, cities fall, hope survives. Wow. Films about impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus, a black president? Now you've seen everything.
Kind of a dated joke.
John, examine calendar. You've marked your birthday, the 13th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted sperm beta launch. Yes, that. Also, that's this day. Oh, God. It's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore
John, eat
subject.
that
for you.
cake.
Alright. You sick a deck of cake, though. You've been eating it all day, and you have no intention of clogging your Celodex with it either. The cake stays put for now. You hear
Uh-oh.
a notice from your computer. Someone is messaging you. I think this is also me, so somebody take over as the narrator.
Sure. John, examine incoming message. You pull up to your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorate your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper, which you made yourself. You're really proud of it. Your desktop is also littered with various programming project files. You're so bad at programming sometimes you wonder why you even bother with it. Your Pester Chum application is flashing. Someone is trying to get in touch with you. Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message.
Mr. Chum.
Turntech Godhead began pestering ectobiologist at 1613.
Hey, so, yo, what kind of insane loot did you rake in today,
Who's
man?
John. Jay?
I think it's gotta be Jay,
you're the
right?
blue text. Yes,
Who's-
you're
is-
EV,
is
the
that
blue
me?
text.
Yeah, you're... Yeah.
Oh, I see. I got a little Monsters poster. It's so awesome. I'm gonna watch it today. The apple juice scene was so funny.
Okay. Oh, hell, that is such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet, and it's like fucking Christmas up in here.
Oh, that's fine. But I just have one question with a word of caution. I do. Oh, and then a word of caution. Have you ever seen a movie called Little Monsters, starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage?
But the seal on the bottle is unbroken. Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory?
All I'm saying is Don't you think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnuts.
Why did the fat kid or whoever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was die instantaneous.
It was the 50th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice.
Okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But who cares about that? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet?
No, did you?
Man, I got 2 copies already, but I don't care. I'm not gonna play it or anything. The game sounds boring. Did you see how it got slammed in Game Bro?
Game Bro is just a joke and we both know it.
Yeah. Why don't you go check out your mail? Maybe it's there now.
John, look out your window.
All right.
Okay.
What
You
the
s-
fuck?
You see the view
Tire
of your
swing.
yard from your window. Hanging from the tree is your tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terrible proper gentleman at all. And there beside your driveway is the mailbox. John, examine the mailbox. The little red arm swingy dealy thing, or whatever it's called, is flipped up. What the hell is that thing called anyway? You don't have time for these semantics. The red flippy lever thing means you have new mail. And that means the beta might be here. Go outside and check mailbox. You are about to hurry down the stairs when you hear a car pull into the driveway. It looks like your dad has returned from the grocery store. That's my dad. Oh, great. He's beating you to the mail. Forget it. Check mail later. You go downstairs to get it. He will likely monopolize hours of your time. If you go downstairs to get it, he'll probably... Blah, blah. You decide to chill out up here for a while until the dust settles. Sometimes you feel like you're trapped in this room. Stuck, if you will, in a sense which possibly borders on the titular. And now your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating the swing lever dealies of harassment in perpetuity. Whatever, the dude can just hold his damn horses. Examine games on CD rack. Hey, we got a couple of copies of this pumpkin thing. Some kind of...
Yeah, what else we got? We got, Oh, hang on.
Caper
What was that one?
Havers,
The Caper Havers.
You guys...
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
all right,
Problem
cool.
Sleuth.
Yeah,
that's
Problem
a good
Sleuth.
one.
I'm like problem
Good.
solver.
Oh,
No
hey,
problems.
there's a
Oh,
Ghostbusters
the best
team
game
in the
ever.
book.
Good.
Oh, hey, this is a little monster scale. Well, Konami made it. Look at that. It was one more here.
Konami
Yeah,
made
hold
it?
on, look,
You
you can
good.
see it's at the top there. Konami made it.
Yeah, there it is. Konami.
You
Great.
put countless
would.
man hours into this assortment of quality titles. Read Colonel Sassacre's daunting text. You decide to consult with the Colonel's bottomless wisdom.
That's
Good
a-
grief, this thing is huge. It could probably kill a cat if you dropped it. But to really dig into this hefty book, you will
Yeah.
have to captcha-log it. You're not sure if you're ready to log jam just another artifact beneath it just yet. Captcha-log fake arms again. What did you say? Excuse me. What did you just say? You don't want to clog up your Jesus. In a momentary lapse of concentration, you accidentally captcha-log the arms again. Set Pester Chum status to Bulle. You don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you still feel the Pester Chum client should reflect your mood change in some way. Bulle will have to do, you guess. This unsurprisingly does nothing whatsoever. Oh right, you forgot your chum is still pestering you. Answer chum.
Yes. Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play it with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's macking on me so hard all the time. I start to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I could blame her or anything.
Yes, it is understandable because you are really attractive. I'm attracted to you.
Thank you.
JK, haha. No, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail, and I guess I have to go get it from him and see if it's there. And I've been busy spending all afternoon shitting around with my stupid Silodex. It's so frustrating.
What's your modus?
What?
Okay, how do you retrieve artifacts from it?
Oh, like one at a time, I guess. If I put too much in, something falls out.
Stack?
What's yours?
Ash map. My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything and is awesome.
What the hell is that?
You should probably brush up on your data structures, man.
I guess.
Did you at least allocate your strife suspicious?
No.
It can free up a card for you, plus let you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle, which is never. What have you got?
Well, I've got a hammer, and it's trapped under some arms.
Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to the specibus.
How?
I don't know. Just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works.
Combine fake arms and
Oh.
cake. You stick the fake arm.
I did it.
You stick
Good
the fake arms to the
job.
cake in your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure Colonel Sassacre would know a precise index of elevated hilarity. Allocate hammer to strife specibus. Ting! You check the back of your strife specibus for the kind abstratus you have in mind for it. Select hammer. Your strife specibus has been allocated with the hammer kind abstratus. The hammer has been removed from your capture log deck to your strife deck. Report progress to TG.
Okay, I did it.
Hammer kind?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be the permanent allocation for your specibus. I guess I should have mentioned that.
Uh,
I'll be like Cameron, dude.
yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that
Capture log,
relevant.
Colonel's big boat.
No, probably not.
Now that you've got some space in your Silodex to work with, you figure you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is one respect in which the cards present some convenience. Examine Game Bro magazine. Why, the game of the year or whatever isn't as good as some other stuff I like that's better. I'm not gonna read through
We're
the
not
article.
doing this.
We're not doing this?
Okay, fine.
So okay, Spurs, the game that I got a Hellcat seemed pumped up. This beta sitting on my desk with review, so I'm like, yeah, man, I'll write something. But I don't know, it's like some houses or some noise. It's fine. It's like fucking dynamite in a handbag or some brosives. But all I'm saying is, when you get to thrash anything, when you play house or some shit, you have a jeopardy of getting mud in your doll's dress or whatever, and busting out, and I quote, the mad stunts all wicked up-ins. Know what I'm saying, Broyama? Nah, I didn't actually play this game, but I gave it
No.
1 out of 5 has to keep it real. This boy, I'll shout out to my boy Dennis, who was over the other day. We were doing some chill Dark Knight. He was just so psyched for y'all. There's just someone who's leaning against the screen door and shit popped up and the back deck was all wet and he slipped down steps and broke his thumb in the lawn. It was a long fall, but hey, I guess thumb bone was made for supporting the weight of a huge useless tool against the grass. We never did watch Dark Knight on account of Ron tugging his ball like handy ass girth in the hospital. It was cool. I still like to watching me brought to Rwanda. Bro notes. Dennis was so wasted.
What the hell did you
I
just
mean,
say?
Damn.
I would read this magazine.
I would also read this movie.
I would subscribe to it.
I would pay an amount for a subscription.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
But an amount.
But an amount.
$2.99.
$2 a month? I'd pay it. I'd
Sure,
pay
go
it.
ahead.
Can it start?
Yeah, alright. It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily.
Oh, John, capture log magician's hat.
Magician's.
Magicians.
You expand your final card on the magician's hat.
John, get funny glasses too.
You don't have a free card in your Silodex. However, you're able to merge the Beagle Puss with the magician's hat to create a clever disguise.
What do we got? Oh, great. Perfect. Nope, that's great. Choice, Homestuck.
Oh. Oh.
Where?
John, wear disguise to fool Dad.
John?
Yes!
Who is this John you speak of? But you are quite certain there has never been, nor ever will be. Yeah, this is a really shitty disguise. Well, you're wearing the items. They remain on the card, but is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the card beneath it.
Oh.
Hi.
You exit into the hallway. On one wall hangs a picture of a fella who sure knows how to have a laugh, and a man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hallowed tomes of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that, though. It might be.
It is Michael Cera. Yeah,
It
it
is Michael
definitely
Cera.
is.
Is it Michael Cera?
I'm pretty. Yeah, it's completely him. It's absolutely him.
On the other hand, on the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he's quick to correct anyone who would venture such a brazen
Yes.
assumption. The accursed odor of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen.
It must be connivings of your arch nemesis, Betty Crocker, and the rich.
Ta-da! You can't really read that properly because of the way that the thing set up.
The corrupting.
And the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks to high heaven. The mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined.
Holy
John,
shit, the
admire them
fire's moving.
harlequins.
Admire those harlequins. Yep.
You check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad can really be a cornball. Sometimes at night you play for burglars.
John, examine that fireplace.
A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire because that's what a fireplace is for. A fireplace belongs in fireplace. A fire belongs in a fireplace. Damn it! Categorically.
Good job.
Thank you. At all times, without exception. As domestic myth of unaccountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon is an errant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun.
Fuck you, moon!
You are almost certain Mark Twain said that. He did not.
Absolutely.
He did
We're
not.
just gonna toss the
Absolutely
game bro
said
into the
that.
fire.
Did not say that. It doesn't burn as quickly as you'd hoped. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos. For big ups to Mother Earth, yo.
Fondly regard
Nice.
cremation.
You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, and unabridged Colonel Sassacres. He never wants to talk about it.
Double the urn.
You
No.
clumsily mishandled the sacred urn. Ashes everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty.
Mm.
You'd probably better clean it up before
Combine
Dad
father's
finds
pipe with clever disguise.
Yes.
it. You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise?
That oversized gif. Champ, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you.
Shut up, Dad!
Contemplating what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous
Why
at
don't
the
you just
same
go ahead
time.
and open that dang open Lord Fred in there, John?
Oh no, run,
No.
run,
Okay, by the way, I've
run.
gotta capture log some ashes.
First, you prop the Harlequin doll up on the couch, having it in the middle of the floor, sprawled out all akimbo like that struck you as unseemly. You capture the ashes to your real
Combine
car.
the ashes with the urn. Seems like the logical thing to do.
You merge
put
the
it back.
sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ash is back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it probably would have been tidier if you used a broom and
Just go ahead and
dustpan.
put that urn back up there.
No one will be the wiser, except for maybe people with eyes.
Go get the fake arms again.
Damn it.
You just got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capsulog them. Looks like Pester Chum is
that the third
acting
and
up
fourth
again.
walls of your room.
Oh god.
I guess I'm Armageddon.
All right, we
Oh
did
my-
this.
Some
they're so
Ghost
big!
Dad,
There are
Big
more
Saw.
posters. That's true. Those
Like
are
fucking
gargantuan
5 foot
posters.
tall
They are
face
really
off
big.
poster.
I
Yeah.
want 'em.
Very clean.
Yeah. He takes good care
For a
of them.
13-year-old
yeah,
boy?
nothing on the floor,
Goddamn.
no extra junk
I
or
don't
anything.
look like that at all.
Look at how organized that closet
Is
is.
this also May, or is this
I
maybe?
think, nope. We're getting to
Dun,
Hannah.
dun, dun.
All right, well, someone else take over narration.
Another one of your chums. Actually, it should be Jay first. Yeah, Jay should.
Well,
be
Jay's
first.
gonna be
Go for it.
reading
Why?
with...
because he went first in rotation.
Jay's.
Right. Fair enough. I'll do it. Another one of your chums is messaging you.
I understand you have recently come into possession of the beta release of The Game of the Year, as featured in the respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine.
That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you was a filthy liar, and you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever.
I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks.
Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm still trying to get it from him, so BRB.
John,
What?
you're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You are typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous.
No, why would you even think that? That's so stupid.
Okay, go get your game from your father.
All right, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, JK, I was wearing a funny disguise the whole time. I gotcha.
I know, John.
She's great. Oh, you can now execute that brilliant idea you had. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an
Attach arms
adequate
to
adhesive.
doll.
For what? Oh.
Okay. You don't care what Colonel Sassacre said. That makes it at least a million
Expect
times
burnt paper on
funnier.
the floor.
Yes.
Roblerone!
Roblerone!
What
You, you put this back in the fire where it fucking belongs. As long as you're
Caps lock
cleaning
that
up,
doll.
you can carry hefty items, but that thing is just way too big. Get real. Besides,
Read
you don't
Colonel
even want
Sasker's
it.
text. Okay, this I'm not gonna read.
Okay. Yeah.
It basically just says a bunch about being a
thought
good
about it.
trickster. Anyway.
Yep.
Okay.
You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious this doll is, but this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion.
Find
You
Dad and
decide to
retrieve mail.
forget it. Okay. The door on the left leads to the kitchen, from which the smell of baking wafts. A powerful aroma that could lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of time. He could be in either room. Where
Sure,
will
they
you
also-
go? Okay, doesn't look like he's here right
Fuck,
now.
let's go look at his desk.
Alright. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, a April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray capsulon card. There is
Oh.
also a can of peanuts on the desk. Oh, Dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with.
Just upgrade your costume with the hat from the hat rack.
You swap the magician's hat with the bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a lot more distinguished.
Alright, we'll combine second pipe with clever disguise.
Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. Yes, I meant to say that. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. How you suffer
Well,
for
let's
your
examine the
comedy.
capsulon card.
Yes! This will be perfect for expanding your your
Capsulon,
space in your
capsulon card.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
wait.
right.
You should mute the game before you click on that. Yeah.
Shit. Well, let me just do this.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh.
I actually really like the song.
I do too.
Fuck my dad.
Because you're voicing John, I'm just thinking like that's rough. That sounds about right.
Yeah. I kind of like Jay's interpretation. Didn't expect it, but I'm not complaining.
I'm
Yeah.
Alright. Place 52 pickup.
Great.
Ah.
Should
Heath
we
Ledger.
Yeah, I know. Should we put on the soundtrack perhaps?
Sure.
In the
hold on.
background? Yeah, just
That sounds
quick.
nice.
We just
You have to
I
tippy
really
tap
do,
your
sorry.
keyboard.
It's a
That's
mechanical.
all right.
Where are the actual?
Yeah, it's
Huh?
got all the
Soundtrack.
gears and stuff. Springs are for plebs.
Oh no, the spoilers
Whatever.
in the thumbnails. Maybe this isn't worth it. Oh, here we go. We doing live Google
Bing
searches. Let's
searches,
go.
actually. That might be why I was having trouble.
Oh yeah, that would do it.
Oh.
That would most certainly do it for you. I'm sorry.
Curse you, Firefox, and your Bing obsession.
Oh, this is the Hiveswap album. That's even
Excellent.
perfect. That's more on brand.
Yeah, that's great.
Awesome. Let's do this.
Oh, this is not.
There we go.
Get rid of that. Okay, look at all these links. You play the prankster's favorite card game, even though you are alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid! Look at this mess! The peanut gallery over there is getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to
Okay,
this
then attempt to
scorn.
leave the house.
I will. You go back into the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into a dad encounter. Your television is currently airing a commercial for a really great drink.
Let's just leave.
Really great drink. But the drink. Oh, you
Okay,
exit
we'll
the
check
house.
the mail.
All right. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You should have been scooped up by your father, and you better pause that sound, huh? Huh, buddy? There you go. The streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed, or say a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's the one desolation plays to keep its instruments in tune. It is your 13th birthday, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the latest sleight of hand in the repertoire of an unseen riddler, one to engender a sense not of mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It is a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all. Absence diminishes little passions and increases great ones as wind extinguishes candles and fans a fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that. 100%. I can't read anymore. I need you to scroll. Thank you. Positive. You have a feeling it's going to be a long day.
Well, let's leave.
Good reading.
Take some price for that mailman.
Yes. No! Great. That's good. There, perfect. Great. The door is locked, and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see the mail, but you do see a green package. There is also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that's usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take the stuff inside. Okay. You try to get a gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems your dad has been doing so much baking, the glass is steamed up. God, he is so weird. But you can see where on the table just beside the window, it looks like the mail is here. Included among, yes, is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that looks like it appears to be suspiciously labeled with the Spurb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked.
No,
Smash!
let's just go back to the kitchen,
Don't
John.
smash the window. That's a better idea. You have no choice. You are pausing the music. Clever disguise, it's time to work your magic!
Son.
Dang.
Time.
Tough what, Dad? Whoa, your dad sees right through your costume. You don't know what you were even thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There's only one way to settle this. Strife! Yeah!
Agree. Agree.
Auto pastry.
Auto pastry! No!
I'm sure.
Eat it.
What? I don't want it! I don't want it! I don't want it! I don't want it!
One more time.
Literally how you could do it. Oh, no, one more time.
Oh!
Boing!
He's too good at auto pastry. Please do. You cannot abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path. You will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And now he brandishes yet another artifact of confection. The man is ruthless. You'd better brace for impact in the most comedically striking
disguise
fashion
for defense.
possible. I will. The Beagle Aegis absorbs the brunt of the treat. Looks like Dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit on that exchange, as is usually the case.
Capture
Beagle
log
Aegis.
pie tin.
Okay. You take the pie tin and unequip the Beaglebus. Everything in your Sylladex is pushed back a card. The smoke pellets are ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be just the distraction you were. Nothing happens. What a huge letdown.
Take the cake.
Ow!
When two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one who knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words from a man who could likely resist everything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sassacre's text out of your Sylladex. Sassacre, you beautiful bastard! Now's your chance! Now that Dad is busy placating the smoke detector, you can safely sneak away.
Take that PDA.
You snag your dad's PDA. Maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare capture log card is forced out of the Sylladex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to
take that
work
package.
with. Jay! Jay!
Read.
Oh, what? Read the thing again?
Tag me in!
Oh, this is a red package addressed to me. You got this burr beta.
Panama now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, looks like gotta get that cake on the couch.
Or
Alright.
should I be
Well,
reading
I'll
that?
read the blue text.
Okay. Your capture log the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from
Find
the
the
bottom
cakes to make
card.
a double-decker cake, John.
Oh my god. You merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Sylladex is smushed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through
Retreat upstairs,
first?
Mr. John.
You pause at the juncture and head down the hall. You are going to need something to clean up the mess you were about to make by dissecting the cake. To the left is the bathroom. To the right is your dad's room. It is locked, and you are forbidden from ever entering. Yes,
Okay
secrets.
then, John, go to the bathroom and grab a towel.
I hate that rug. You enter the bathroom. You see your backyard, which is 2 words, from the window. The jewelry is the crown. Oh, the jewelry in its crown is the swing set, which has provided you with years of joy. There is also a spring-mounted pogo ride, which has been responsible for more than one painful injury and have provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack to the side is a
John,
fresh
remove
towel.
PDA, envelope, and package from the cake.
Do that.
Yeah! You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. Take the towel and clean off the extracted
Okay, then, retrieve
goods.
your items.
Yes. The items force the manhandled cake into the toilet. And just like that, your Sidex is full again. God, this thing is
Alright,
annoying.
go to the bedroom. Now admire that
Yeah.
failure to launch poster.
You're not unusually no. You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage any heap of emoldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall, as a casual shrine to a amazing actor. The film above is the one. Well, that is the one is. The film above that is the one that's a lot better. You think? Can you see her?
We were just gonna let it slide, okay?
Why?
Can you see her? I want you to picture that little girl. Now imagine she's white. What? Oh, chokes up. I'm sorry. Now imagine she's white. You got us, Matthew. Your smooth talking exposed our latent racism. Damn, you are good.
You actually do well. All right, yeah, that's fine. Great. Yeah, that's all. It's just that noise.
Oh shit, is this me then?
I guess it has to be, right?
If you want to, I can be both of the girls.
Jade doesn't
I
get
mean-
a lot of lines for a while.
Yeah, I mean, but it's up to you if you'd like a character, because you really don't have to.
That's true. Yeah, you should take her.
Hi, happy birthday, John. Hello. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Hey, Gigi is looking for you. Why are you even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry favor with the ladies? Did you break your leg on a puppy or some shit? Dude, what are you doing?
I discovered a comet that is going to destroy the Earth, and it was named after me. Now I am famous, and everyone wants to talk to me a lot.
No, stop. Just no. Don't talk about your awful, stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man bro crush on Matt McConaughey is an unsavory thing to behold.
McConaughey.
Sounds like sounds like a noise that horse would make, i.e., dumb, equally dumb are all those photos of that clown you've got hanging up.
Those are my dads.
I was
Hey-o!
talking about Nick Cage.
Oh, what? No, man. Cage is sweet. So sweet.
So lame. You don't even like him ironically or anything. This is like for real, isn't it?
I do things ironically sometimes. What about what I sent you for your birthday?
No, those are awesome.
No, they're stupid. Which was the joke. The ironic joke. Get it? Wait. You're actually wearing them, aren't you?
I'm wearing them ironically because they're awesome. The fact that they're ironic makes them awesome, and vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, get a fucking pen.
You do realize they touched a Styler's
Stiller.
weird.
Nope.
Oh,
Stiller,
they
like
touched
Ben
Stiller's
Stiller.
weird, sort of gaunt face at some point.
Ew, yeah. Oh well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail?
Yeah,
Did there happen to be a package there?
yeah, there's a real big red one.
Well, you should probably open it.
I would, but
Hang on, I'm driving
Crap.
by. I gotta see you open this package.
I would.
What?
I was driving by. Sorry. Go on.
I would, but it's trapped under the absurd beta, so I'll probably have to open it after I install the beta.
Oh man, the absurd beta came, huh?
God damn it.
Yeah, wanna play it?
No way.
Why not?
Sounds so hells of boring. Just get TG to play it. She's all about that.
Where'd she go?
Her internet is blinking in and out, I guess. Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Christ in a sidecar, are you still using the stack modus? Seriously, dude, you need to bone up in your data structures. That shit is just ridiculous.
No, okay, I will.
Alright, cool.
All right, let's go to
Put
mspandadventures.com.
the music back on, thank you. Perfect.
I
Who
think
was
it
voicing? Was it Hannah?
Oh, it was me.
It was Jay.
You-
I think Jay's probably good. Wait, does somebody else
Am I
want
gonna
to
have to say soon?
Yeah. Actually, I guess he doesn't. Well, Jay, you want to keep
Alright. Sure. You decide to space out of the computer, or on the computer for a while before doing anything important. You type the
You open
Thipius
Try it.
web
Just-
That
browser.
was close.
I'm what?
Typhius. Yeah,
Typhi-
Typhius.
Yeah,
He
you
said
open
What
the
did he
typiest,
say? Typiest?
zippiest
He was close.
web browser and directed to what is indisputably the most amazing website ever created.
Except it's not called that anymore. It's called Homestuck.com.
Oh damn.
Yeah, they changed it.
The new adventure is okay, but you're not sure if you like it as much as the last one.
Installed
Yeah,
for
sounds
beta.
about right.
It's-
Yes,
it.
Burb. That's it. You decide it's time for less meta and more beta. I almost said meta. You insert the CD and install the Spurb beta.
Very good.
Heck's a Spurb.
What the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this?
Well, why don't you just brush up on your data structures then?
Command
great.
prompt, goddamn bullshit. You go to your closet where you keep a lot of clothes and an array of handy computer programming guides. This.
Read Data Structures book. Data structures for assholes. Your ignorance just made me throw up a little. Get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit. Free fetch modus and back.
You're not really sure you want to dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring. Kind of ornery. But maybe you'll just check out the free
Yeah, get that
modus
free fetch
ends
modus.
instead.
FIFO.
Yeah. So you turn to the back inside cover where a free fetch modus is included in a plastic sleeve. This one is dictated by the logic of a queue data structure operating in a first in, first out method rather than a first in, last out
Apply that
method
fetch
of a
modus to
stack.
your Silodex.
I get that. Items capture-logged in your Silodex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use them, or use the item on the bottom card, and must wait for the items in the upper card to be pushed back to it. Why does it matter if the story is picking what card I use? For instance, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor at the moment. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure you might as well give it a chance.
Switch back to the stack modus.
What's that gonna happen?
To answer your question, Jay,
Yes.
at the point that this was being written, the author Andrew Hussey was taking suggestions from a chat. So it was basically like if our chat was telling us what to do next, so he had to explain how the fetch modus worked so that they could know what their options to use
There was
items
rules.
were.
He had to make rules for everything.
Oh my
It was
God,
basically an
what?
interactive,
It's cool. It's
like,
pretty cool.
adventure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, while it was being written.
I don't know
I
how
mean,
long
I
it
think
lasted.
only like halfway through Act
Very
1.
beginning. Yeah, I
That's fair.
definitely think he dropped that at some point.
Yeah.
Damn, that sounds really hard but really cool.
It
All right,
was cool.
well, yeah, you suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't even remember if you had a physical card for the stack modus. You find this all to be a little abstract and prefer not
All
to
right,
think
then put
about it
down the
too
razor.
much. I will put it down. You're not quite sure you understand.
All right. How about picking up 2 items then?
You capture log one of the cakes. You finally found a use for all those loitering pastries.
All right, get that
Dead
up
weight.
then.
Yes. My face.
Your hair.
Thunk.
Oh. Oh! The second cake causes the razor to launch out of the front of your Silodex. Oh, good lord. That beautiful face. You wish the razor would have failed to launch.
Hey,
You pick up more stuff.
got him.
Boom!
It's great.
No.
I love it.
You open your magic chest and capture log one of your favorite books of all time, Wise Guys by Mike
Caveney.
Cravini.
Or That's what it
Cavany.
said,
Cavani. Ah, there goes a
Might as well
fresh
grab those
towel.
cups.
My face. You track the trick hand.
No.
You take the trick handles, expel the PDA like a bullet.
Perfect.
Why is this one so much more violent?
It is a lot more violent, isn't it?
Why?
Okay.
Oh,
John,
God
open the package.
damn it.
To
He's judging
EE
you.
from TG. He is judging you.
You examine the package. It is from one of your internet chums. It's bound in packing tape, though. You'll need something sharp to open it. Ah, of course, the razor. It's also simple.
Hey,
You
just
wonder
the
why you
razor.
didn't. Ah. I did
Damn
it!
it.
All right, now you try to pick up the package again.
Oh shit.
Let's take this from
Caps lock
the
glass
top.
shards.
No!
That's a terrible idea.
No! You take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your solid X rains devastation on your room from above. And now that your cards are packed with glass, you probably don't want to do that again anytime soon.
No.
Oh god, why? You should probably go get that stuff before you forget.
Yeah, but first use the razor on the red package.
You open the package. There is something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously dirty and smelly. It's a stuffed bunny! Much like the
Yay!
one held hostage briefly by Malkovich's Cyrus. The virus while taunting hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe. And strikingly similar to the one scooped up from the soot of a burning Vegas strip by Cage's Poe and offered to his daughter, a gesture symbolic of a tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man. But no, this is it's not more like that bunny. According to the
Merely like
note
that
of
bunny.
authenticity, it is the very same bunny!
Check out
That's a
the
lot.
status of the sperm beta.
It looks like your computer is
Alright,
trying to
moving
get your
on.
attention.
Excellent.
Oh, looks like it's established a connection with the host. Press enter when ready. Also, check your pester chum.
Faster Chomp. Hello.
It looks like you managed to retrieve the beta. Excellent. I'm going to try to connect.
Well, okay, but I just got the most awesome present.
The rabbit.
So sweet!
I've heard tales of this wretched creature often. Its Homeric legend is practically
Ensconced.
ensconced in the fold of my personal mythology by now.
What?
Why don't we try and focus on the matter at hand?
Oh, the game, okay. I don't really know how this works. What am I even looking at here?
You're running the client application. I'm running the server, so I am the host user. I've established a connection with you. This is sufficient for us to play the game.
Oh, okay then.
Why don't we get
Press
started?
that enter button.
Do it. Oh, we probably press that mute
Oh,
button too.
Jay, you
oh,
ready?
Shit.
You ready to play Spurb?
Oh,
You ready to play
shit.
Spurb, Jay?
We're
We're
playing,
gonna play a game.
playing
We're
Spurb.
gonna play Spurb.
Streaming Spurb. We're the first Spurb streamers.
We'll play we'll play stream.
Yes. Okay.
That's
a lot of
neat.
not,
Yeah,
lot
what
of
the hell's
not
going on?
sound in this.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I don't remember. Was there?
Feel like maybe it should be playing the theme song
Yeah.
right now.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Has Java updated too far?
Have you accidentally that right there? Can you click that?
Oh,
Hmm.
you know what? Hold on.
oh,
Hold on.
There we go.
Are
I
we
was trying
refreshing
to.
the page? It's not letting
Oh,
us.
you've shown me the song before.
Yes. Okay. yes. We're... All right. Perfect.
Yes, good.
All right. That's fine. That's fine. No, wait. We heard the song. We heard enough of the song.
Why is it? It's lagging the fuck out of my computer all of a sudden. That was weird.
It's too
Alright.
old.
Anyway,
Mouse over the interface.
so we got
buttons.
select. You got some revise here. We got some deploy. We got some Fernalia registry. We got grist cache. Explore the Athenaeum and alchemy excursus. We also got some shit over here or something.
Yes.
Click. Oh.
Wait, we're just gonna
Yeah,
take
but
the
guys,
whole thing?
Zoom out.
Yeah, this is ours now.
Whoop, whoop.
We're playing as TT.
Oh, don't throw it out your window
We're just
though.
gonna put.
Throw
out the window.
Don't throw it out the window. Oh. That doesn't go. No, no, no. No, no. Well, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'm just getting a feel for the controls.
Is my magic chest on the roof now?
Yeah.
Frowny face.
I will try to be more careful next time.
Oh, geez, now that's really loud. Hold on.
That's fine. Oh my
Grab
god.
the card.
Okay, perfect.
Me. You find you're missing. Wait. Oh, you find you're missing Stack Fetch Modus, and quickly reapply it to your Silodex. You can now opt for either the Stack or Q Modus at any time. You toggle between your fetch modi with a gleeful abandon. It looks like your dad is leaving again for more baked supplies. You're relieved to have the house to yourself again, if only for a few minutes. You just hope he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof.
Is there?
Wait, but the game's in the computer. Why is the chest on the roof?
We were watching someone controlling what was in our house.
Yeah.
TT was actually controlling the real things in our house.
Spurb is like a live action Sims.
That
at the
is terrifying.
A little bit.
Or all the shit you threw out the window, for that matter.
Let's like some stuff in the yard and move it back into the room.
Jay, would you like me to tag in, Jay?
For reading the thing? Yeah, I'll read this part now.
Cool.
Hey, do you think you can do me a favor? Can you grab all that stuff outside my broken window and bring it in for me?
I'll give it a shot.
Thanks.
No luck. It appears to be out of range. I'm guessing it is too far away from you, the player.
Deeper frowny face.
Select John.
You cannot select a player. John abjures the meddlesome cursor, which is apparently a real thing.
All
in his room
right, then
right now.
select the bunny.
All right.
And put the bunny back in the box.
Yes.
Revise the room.
Good.
Whoop. Thunk.
Oh, we got a bigger
What?
room now. We have a
Bonk.
much bigger room now. Great.
All right. Open the Finalia registry
What
and
the
deploy
paraphernalia?
the totem lathe. You know,
Huh?
the totem
Do it.
lathe.
What?
Fucking-
You just can't
It's right
make
there.
it.
Deploy the lathe.
Now examine the lathe.
You don't know what the heck this thing does, but it looks
Okay, now
neat.
open the grist cache.
Okay.
It seems expanding the dimensions of your room cost us some build grist, but deploying the lathe did not appear to incur any expense. It looks like certain objects are freebies, probably to help you set up the game.
Oh wow, okay. What do they do?
I think that is up to you to find out. All I can do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently.
How do I move stuff around? It sounds fun.
Hello?
Hello?
He read the
Jay?
line.
Still there?
Hello?
Okay, great. We're back.
How
We're
do I
back.
move stuff around? It sounds fun.
Sorry, we
Oh,
cut
okay.
out our audio
Yeah, we
cut
cut
out
out,
for a
sorry.
second.
Oh no, it's okay.
I don't think you can as the client. You will need to install the server application. You should have received both in separate envelopes. I am running both on my computer right now.
What?
Did you get another envelope in the mail?
No.
Well, once you install the server and establish a connection, I'm sure you will be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner. Are you sure you didn't get it?
Oh man, I think I know where it might is.
I know where it might is.
Might is. Oh no!
Womp womp womp.
Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It will extend the range of the cursor and I can reach the items, which you threw out the window for some reason.
Good idea. Yeah.
What have you been doing in here all afternoon, anyway?
I was fussing around with that thing, Silodex. But I think I have it under control now. What motors do you use?
I like to use trees.
Oh no, that sounds so awkward.
It's not exceptionally practical, but I
John, go
think they
stand in
are
the corner.
elegant.
Yeah, here's
Take
your
your
shit
stuff.
back.
There.
Deploy the Crux-Struder.
Do it.
The Chris Father Muscuna
see-
Dunger.
Yes.
Don't
or the
try.
cross extruder. Put it
Yeah,
right where the
Alright,
front
deploy
door
the
is.
Alchemiter.
Great.
What?
There it is.
Why can't we
The
just
Alchemiter.
walk outside? Why is the floor shaking?
Yes, two
Oh,
more
yep,
large.
he's not done.
Oh, sorry.
Are you dropping more stuff in my house?
No. Yes. The two more large gizmos.
Yes.
Sweet. What's with all these big contraptions?
If I had to guess, they appear to facilitate a sort of system involving punch card based alchemy.
Huh. To what end? I mean, what are we supposed to be doing in the game?
That remains to be seen. Maybe you
You
should
get
go
that PDA.
investigate.
Oh god.
It's a bunch of dad stuff talking
Dang
about
it.
dad things on the PDAs like ties and hats.
Yep.
I like pipes.
Yep. Pipes are great.
Who's reading?
Yes, right, sorry, that's me. You grab the PDA, switching back to stack mode so it is readily accessible. The interface is oddly sterile. No hilarious clown wallpapers or anything like that. Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers. The serious business application is open. It seems your dad uses it to keep tabs on various acquaintances. His fellow street performers, maybe? You guess the performing arts must be pretty serious
Okay,
business
install
after
Pester
all.
Chum.
Yes, this should be very useful. Now you can keep tabs on your chums while you
Good, now
wander
go out to the
around the
balcony.
house. Good.
Hey, I'm out in the balcony now. I am messaging from my dad's PDA.
The one you threw into the yard?
No, I am telling you. It jumped out of my Silodex and like a frightening weasel.
No!
Oh my
Like a
god.
frightened weasel.
What were
Pull
you
the saps
doing
there,
with
sorry.
it in the first the frightened whistle? What were you doing with it in the first place? I am not sensing a lot of regard for the personal property of others. Is this how your pent-up frustration with your father manifests itself?
What? No! These were all accidents. Please take your psycho babbly elsewhere, miss.
Your bathroom is a mess.
Gross.
Did you do that too?
Oh man. See, this isn't cool. All this snooping nonsense.
There's a cake in the toilet.
Yes, there is.
I'm tempted to clean it up for you.
Okay, if that would satisfy your weird OCD complex, then go ahead.
My obsessive compulsive disorder complex. Can a disorder also be a complex?
In your case, probably.
Sounds complicated.
Anyway, I am going to have a look around this enormous platformy thing you
Yeah,
put on the
examine
balcony.
The Alchemiter in a
Okay.
cautious manner.
Do it.
By climbing right the fuck on top of it.
You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't find any controls for it. Having exhausted all other possibilities, you just decide to stand on it. This isn't very cautious
let's
of
do
you,
the telescope.
actually. Okay.
What's the worst that can happen?
It is a clear, sunny day. Nothing out of the ordinary to report. At least, not beyond the walls of
Alright,
your
grab
own
that seal
home.
toilet.
Okay.
The soilet.
Whoops. What? What was that noise? Is it something I should go investigate?
No, I have it under control. You can
Or
get
maybe you should
telescope.
go investigate.
No. No, no, no. Ugh.
I think I can patch it out. Just give me a little space. Why don't you go have a look at the Crookstruder?
The what?
The
Yeah,
thing I
hop
put
on
in
that
your
level.
Good night, Tom.
Okay.
You
Whoa!
jumped down. You jump down to the utility room, which you had, apparently.
That is absolutely the noise that he made.
Yeah.
Wacha!
Yeah.
Waha!
Just grab the sledgehammer card.
Okay. You take the sledgehammer and the catalog card, combine the two, and quickly apply it to your strife specibus. You think it's cool that things don't always have to be a federal fucking issue. It looks like another of your chums is pestering you on your PDA. Yup. Alright.
John, did you get my package?
Oh, hey!
Darn.
No, not
Are you
yet.
sure? It was in a green box.
Oh, yes, but it's in my dad's car, and he's still out at the store.
Great.
He should be back
So
soon.
What are you up to today?
I'm up to my neck in this burb stuff. TT is making a royal mess of my
What's
house.
Herb?
Oh, it's this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still figuring
Whoa,
it out.
what was that?
What was
There was
what?
a loud noise inside my house. Sounded like an explosion.
Wow, really?
I will go outside and look.
Oh man, all right, but be
I
careful,
will.
okay? And they were
Okay.
never heard from again.
She's dead. She's fucking dead.
Forever.
She's fucking dead.
Rip.
Yep. Might as well check out that corkscrew.
Pepperonis. Oh, hell no, you put this thing in front of the door?
There's a door there?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I just thought it fit nicely into that groove.
You mean you thought it was elegant? Okay, well, what do I do with this thing? Hello? What are you doing up there now?
Fuck.
Examine the wheel and the corkscrew.
Oh, when you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing up from underneath the lid. But you aren't strong enough to make the lid come off.
The driveway.
On the tub's journey, connection lost. On the tub's journey to the driveway, the connection is interrupted.
Scold TT.
These are my favorites.
You can see me, right? Tell me what is wrong with this picture.
I'm sorry. I keep losing the wireless signal. Must be the weather. I would look for a stronger signal in another part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I battled through her cloud of gin and derision once already this evening.
I hear ya.
Yes, cake, gestures, unfaltering love and support. Quite a road to hoe there. Though I suppose I'm complicit for not informing social services of your situation.
I know. What are you doing outside? Maybe you could catch a neighbor's signal?
That presents the same problem. Also, it's raining, remember? And dark.
Is it dark already?
Yes, the sun has already had its way with us here on the East Coast.
A scroll bar. Scroll bar.
It's...
Yep.
Oh, its lurid gaze has moved on to younger time zones.
Okay.
Hit the corkscrew with a sledgehammer.
Oh, hell yeah.
Need some help?
No!
Pick up that sledgehammer for him.
She's gonna help anyway. Nice. Oh,
Hi.
a new friend. Oh dear.
What is this thing? And what is the clock counting down to?
I've been looking at the game fact walkthroughs to figure out some of the stuff. Hold on while I read further.
Okay.
All of these walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress much farther than this point.
Weird. Well, I mean, it is a new game.
True. Now that the lid is off, you will need to extrude some cruxite?
Yeah, go ahead and turn that wheel again.
You extrude one Cruxite dowel.
Go ahead and get that
Whoa.
corkscrew.
Okay.
I feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous. John? Oh, your PDA is trapped under the Cruxite now, isn't it? Anyway, it looks like you're gonna need this card too.
Help me.
Deploy the pre-punched card. All right, you should go ahead and get that card.
There. I guess we're taking that.
Yeah.
A shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll.
All right, well, why don't we go ahead and capture log the fanciful Harlequins?
No.
That.
You-
Oh, jeez.
You take
What?
two. Fanciful Harlequins. The additional useless freight, yes, pushes your PDA to the last card. You then switch to the Q modus so you can access the PDA. More glass shrapnel flies
This will
from the deck.
certainly have no consequences.
Thankfully- Yes, thankfully that's the last of the glass. We're done with the glass.
This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something.
That is probably the kernel sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped. Twice, actually, whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written.
Okay, well, you're the one with the cursor, so just do whatever you think is the right thing to do. Also fix my bathroom.
Why don't we just drop that maimed Harlequin into the kernel
Please.
sprite? Toot, 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 bloop.
Oh, we better pause that dang ass music then.
Oh.
Oh.
This seems important.
Oh, what's happening?
Oh!
The kernel sprite has been prototyped with the Harlequin doll.
Ta-da!
Okay.
And that's the result.
Neat.
That's the result. No!
I still can't understand what this thing's gobbledygook.
That was only the tier 1 prototyping. There is still another tier to prototyping process, which, for all we know, merely activates this entity through increasingly esoteric states of linguistics.
The clock is ticking. We don't have time for this asinine tomfoolery.
This unmitigated poppycock?
You're extravagant hogwash! Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you're typing. I'm going upstairs to the big platformy thing.
The alchemiter?
Need two question marks.
You're trying to learn the lingo.
Yeah, too
Where's
bad.
the music, Ted? All right.
It does sound like me.
All right, let's use
Yeah.
the pre-punch card with the
Yeah.
alchemiter.
How,
I was
how long
thinking
do we wanna go?
until the next major thing that happens.
Sure. Okay.
Sounds good.
There is no slot for a card anywhere to be found on the alchemiter. The kernel sprite followed you
All
upstairs.
right, explore the Athenium. Or Athenium.
It's looking at me, isn't it?
Acquiring a Cruxite doll seems to have populated the Athenium with one item, a perfectly generic object.
Capture log telescope.
Huzzah.
Great.
Pachoo!
Choo! You snatch the telescope from its tripod. Who knows, it might be useful. But more importantly, it pushes the Cruxite to the last card, making it available for tinkering. The PDA is predictably jettisoned into the yard over the neighbor's
Bye,
fence.
PDA.
Goodbye.
Now put the
Bye,
Cruxite on the
PDA.
weird pattern on
We
the
love
alchemiter.
you.
You place the Cruxite dowel on the alchemiter's whatever, small pedestal. Something is happening. Great sound work. You set the alchemitter to cast 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason, expending a total of 6 units of build grist. These things look completely useless. What a waste! Out of the corner of your eye, you notice there's something in the sky.
John, switch the modus and use the telescope to inspect whatever the fuck's in the sky.
Okay, you switch back to stack modus and get a closer look with your telescope. Whatever it is, the kernel sprite seems particularly agitated about it.
Hush!
It's gonna be that big of a deal. It's not like.
I need to become the Fire Lord!
You're You're no astronomer, but its trajectory looks suspiciously head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development.
Yeah, but you just take a second high five. For
Oh.
I think you've left him hanging long enough.
Attempt to ingest a unit of Bilgrist.
It is tempting because they strongly resemble rock and blue raspberry gushers. However, units of Bilgrist are a gaming abstraction and do not seem to exist on the physical plane. There is apparently no crisis so imminent that will deter you from contemplating idiotic and frivolous actions. Good.
Your dad is getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on
Revise the
Bilgrist.
Oh dear. Fixed. We don't need a toilet or a bathtub.
Is that my toilet?
I don't.
It's a lot like my toilet. And the
I don't
floor
remember
around the
putting
toilet?
My
What is
cakes
smashed next to
in
the toilet?
Or this is a fake arm?
Where is that
did-
boy?
What?
And don't look so happy about this boingy thing.
John, run to your room and connect or contact TT through the pest chum.
Please do. 2 chums have been trying to
Better ask
message
them.
you. Answer those chums.
I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on Bilgrist.
Oh man, who cares about what the bathroom now? There's a meteor heading for my house.
I see. Do you suppose it has anything to do with the game?
I don't know. Maybe. What do I do?
I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. The already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable.
Wow, fascinating. Question marks.
I kind of wanted you to make like a noise for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. If the meteor is a game construct, I think the only thing to do is to proceed and try and solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the lathe. It says you can use the card on it, but it isn't more specific than that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Oh.
Really, it is a labor to read this. Oh no!
Except for
Hold on.
meteor attacks.
We
It's
got
a
this. Hold
labor.
on.
Yep. Yep.
Arch just joking.
One more.
It is our trial to read this.
So this turned out to
Yeah.
be really fun.
This is
I
really
know,
fun.
right?
This is really, really fun.
This is
It's almost
fun.
like Homestuck is good.
I've always wanted to know what Homestuck was about.
This is almost like it's good. No, that can't be right. Okay.
Try-
Where were you?
Really, it is a labor to read this drivel. If I read any more, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from a jar. While it is blown spit bubbles in a high chair, I think I will write my own walkthrough. That is, after we make sure you don't die.
I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you in my rough and tumbled dirty wife-beaterly sort of way. Also, I hope you appreciate how many no-talent douches had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you?
Oh man, the bunny was awesome, but I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Spurb, and it's some kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house.
Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game, and for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of Flighty Broads and that snarky horseshit altogether.
And now there's a meteorite coming, and I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky heading for my house.
Oh man, how big is it?
I don't know. Big, I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the Earth isn't blown up.
Like the size of Texas or just Rhode Island? They're always throwing around these geographical comparisons to give us a sense of scale like it really means anything to us. But it's like it doesn't matter. Everything is just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh yeah? How big is it? It's like the size of Texas, sir. Oh shit. Or how big is it? It's like the size of New York City, sir. Oh shit. Sir, I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh snap! Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah, well, it's that big, sir. That's pretty fucking big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. Earth is literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter. Oh, shit! Anyway, later.
Let's go ahead and use that pre-punch card on the totem lathe, eh?
Oh, you slip
Do you
the.
want me to take this over?
Go for it.
You slip the pre-punched card into a slot on the totem lathe. Above, the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you just need something to
I'll
lathe.
take the crooksite to the totem lathe.
Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the crux-sight dowel you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway, leery of your dad, who is presently puzzling over the new fixture in his hallway.
Was that no, it's okay. Let's figure out what's going on here.
I'll explain later, Dave!
The perfect crime.
No,
You retrieved the crux-sight dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to go do more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass.
Yo, guys, I know that we don't usually try to go past this point, but we could.
That's what I
finish
was
Act One
planning.
right now.
We
Yeah.
could probably
We could-
finish it.
I mean, do we
I'm
have
not
to go to
mad.
bed?
I actually don't even have work tonight. I could.
I
stick around.
I
don't have work
have
tomorrow.
I have work.
Oh, Shane?
What?
Yeah,
You guys
let's
wanna
beat Act One.
Act One.
Well,
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
So you
Alright,
say
cool.
you crooksite down the totem lathe then.
I'm gonna do that.
you clamp the crux-sight in
Well,
the
then
lathe.
why don't you go ahead and activate that lathe?
I'm gonna do it.
The lathe carves one totem. You take the totem.
And
Like a
the
sexy
motorcycle.
vase.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit out there! You sure? All right. Good.
I'm like
All right.
almost afraid they can hear you.
I don't care.
Great.
All right, I used the lathe to make this blue shapy thing. Now I guess I'll take it back to the Excel mixer again. Hello?
Mixer. Tentacle therapist is no longer connected.
Connection lost.
Connection lost. Oh, that's half your time. Well, Jay, you're gonna die. Oh, never mind. We are most certainly not beating. Well, maybe. I don't know.
I'll take it.
I
I guess.
A young
Yeah, go
lady
for it.
stands in
Okay.
her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power, along with her wireless internet connection. This has severed her link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man at a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to reestablish a connection somehow. This young lady named... it's on the tip of your tongue. What was the name of this young lady again? Ah, yes. Flighty Broad. No, wait, that wasn't it. One more time. Rose Lalonde. Now, examine the room. Your name is Rose. As we were previously mentioning, you are without electricity, although your laptop computer still functions on battery power. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy creative writing and are somewhat secretive about it. You have a fondness for the bestially strange and fictitious. You sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. You also like to knit, and your room is a bit of a mess. And on occasion, if you just...
Also like to knit.
If just the right one strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with your friends. What will you do? Well, we retrieve some arms from the purple box. The purple package's contents are private. No one is allowed to look inside. Right.
Okay.
Rose,
Oh, go ahead, you go.
ride like a flagellum and puke on your bed.
Ugh, what a terrible idea. The thought alone makes you sick to your stomach.
Rose, stroke writing journal and mutter, "My precious."
You would only resort to such an embarrassing activity when no one was watching. These journals are for your eyes only.
Rose, get that violin.
You capture the violin, storing it in the root card of your Siladex.
Yes, you mute and then you play that haunting refrain on that violin. Great.
That's well timed.
You waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management skills there, sweetheart.
John, tell Liv Tyler you love her before him back.
Since your good-for-nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue words of parting fondness to dear sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn blue-collar salt of the earth, Father. Then she would fall into your arms for consolation, and you would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud.
Rose, could you capture like the knitting supply
You get
bag,
the knitting
please?
bag. It occupies the left leaf card under the violin, per the tree motor's alphabetical sorting method. K is less than V.
Rose, look out the window.
Oh, it's Hiveswap. Look at that.
Your panoramic window offers a view of your yard below, and the mausoleum housing your dead cat Jaspers, who died when you were young. Your mom had the structure erected with a spirit of scornful irony in response to your youthfully innocent request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least, that is how you have come to interpret the gesture in retrospect. You can also make out a silhouette of the laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect to the signal from a different part of the house. Perhaps if you seek higher ground?
That's like a bad idea.
Get your laptop.
You take the laptop and prepare to make the journey through the house. L is less than V, L is greater than K. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your Silodex autobalances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card while the other two items comprise the leaves. K is less than L, V is greater than L.
Rose, examine book on desk.
Grimoire for summoning the zoologically dubious. This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, of which there are very few.
Rose, take that
You
book.
take the grimoire. G is less than L, G is less than K.
Go explore the house,
You leave
Rose.
your bedroom. Hanging just next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and there's no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is the way to the observatory. Perhaps you will be able to connect from up there. Your mother's room is also in that direction. You will have to watch your step.
Tiptoe to the observatory.
You approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond the juncture is the observatory.
Sneak on by. Sneak on by. Hang on.
Oh,
Hang on
oh,
just a
shit.
second before sneaking on by. Okay, now you can sneak.
Whew.
Now you can sneak. Oh, but she's not there.
Oh. Well,
But where?
this door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time.
Go through that door right
The
now.
door opens to an exterior walkway leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before? Oh, the things you do to help out a friend.
Rose, hurry up to the observatory. And try to connect.
You first put your laptop down on the floor to get it situated, but removing it from the root card causes all the branches and the leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously on the floor.
Okay, well, let's see what you can observe.
Oh, Mother God! You're in a hurry, sure, but there doesn't mean you can take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the clouds. It seems a flurry of smaller meteoroids is streaking steadily overhead. You're not sure what this means, but it is something disconcerting.
Stack your laptop on the grimoire to maximize elevation.
You'll need every advantage you can get.
Yes.
Yup. Access the laboratory Wi-Fi network, please.
There are several signals being broadcasted from the laboratory, each relatively decent strength. One of them is mysteriously and quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and reconnect to the game with John.
Okay.
I'm back. I'm back.
No, not that even matters. I'm probably dead. No, I don't want.
Patience. You haven't even used the new totem.
Yeah.
I believe it will create the item on the punch card.
So, what is it? Like an apple or something? What good will it even do?
We'll see. I found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item, and the content of the card appears to be a variable form of from session to session. In one instance, it was described as an eggy locking thingin'.
Sick.
Do we have enough of those building jewels to make it?
According to the Athenium, it is a free item. This speaks to its importance, in my view. Now off you go.
Rose, remove the whole door from its hinges.
Oh.
Oh. There goes the rest of your build, Grist. Now put that bathtub back. You probably should have just done this in the first place. Alright, take that totem to the alchemizer. Got to get these stupid blocks out of the way first. The Colonel Sprite is getting awfully
Remove
worked up about
blocks.
all this. You store the perfectly generic objects in your Fernalia registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time. Oh shit.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Man.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Take a bite
What is shit?
of the apple.
Can you zoom in a little bit? Perfect.
Oh. Oh.
I don't know why it's freezing.
Thinking.
You know what? Hold on.
Hmm?
I have a better idea.
Action too intense.
Did it
Yeah, hold on.
freeze up on the video?
I have a better idea.
That's unfortunate.
I bet this apple tastes of blueberry.
Try it again. Perfect. We can't really see it perfectly.
Oh my
damn
god.
Where did it
Oh.
go?
If you full screen and hit Control F, I think that'll make it look great.
Hold on.
Oh.
We'll figure
That
out
didn't work,
how to
I'm
get
sorry.
this working. Give me 1 second.
I thought Control F was supposed to make it so it's full.
I'm not. I think it
That'll
might
work.
be too zoomed in.
Will it?
Perfect.
Oh my
Yeah, it's fine.
god. Mm.
Kaboom!
Well, did he bite it?
I
Did
don't
he?
know, Jay.
Did he?
Oh,
Did he?
no.
Did he?
Oh, hi.
Nope, no, we don't need that. We definitely don't need that. Spoilers.
So yeah.
We just read Homestuck.
Yeah.
That's Act 1. That's all of Homestuck. That is
I-
100%
Why is it
the
playing
story
again?
of Homestuck.
I have a
No,
dangerous
you need to stop
question.
that. Well, actually, that's just music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
have a dangerous
Yes.
question.
What's that?
How many chapters or acts are there?
There are 7 acts.
That's it. There's only
Yeah.
7.
We
You
can
should
read
try reading
Homestuck
it.
in 1 week,
Yes.
you guys.
Oh yeah, maybe even a day.
Yeah. Like if we
Oh.
just really applied ourselves, we could get through
Oh.
There's only
Plus-
7 acts.
it. Yeah.
How long did it take you to read?
Well,
something?
see, that's not fair because let's just put it this way. At the time that I was reading Homestuck, I was in between jobs, and it still took me about, like, 6 months. And
And he wasn't.
Yeah.
And he wasn't voice acting it.
Act
Oh,
1
shit.
is by far the shortest act by a gratuitous amount.
They get
Yeah.
they get exponentially longer.
Every single one.
by act.
Oh.
Act 7 could practically be half the story.
Oh.
Pretty
And,
sure. Pretty sure.
That's not including the fact that some of the really cool things that Homestuck does later on are, like, they have little mini games where you can actually basically play a little mini video game where you walk around and talk to people and collect items and trade them and stuff. And they're great, but
great.
you can spend Yeah,
can
you could spend like an
spend
hour or two
hours.
just playing one of those little mini games, and there's like 4 or 5 of them in the comic.
But Jay, you got through the whole first act. What do you think?
Yay! The door has been opened, and now my life is going to.
Jay, read Homestuck.
Jay, you gonna read Homestuck? This is
I'm gonna
Yes.
look into it.
Okay.
I have so
Read
many
the Homestuck.
things. That is a lot of fun, though.
Yes, it is.
So are we gonna keep reading it, guys? Are we gonna read all of Homestuck?
I
Well,
have a
debate
suggestion.
it.
I have a suggestion.
Oh, really? An actual suggestion?
Let's make this a special occasion thing.
Okay.
Okay. Right?
Like a 4th or 10th,
Once
like
a
we'll
year.
read like a
Yeah,
little
like,
Homestuck once
every-
a year.
Every time we do Homestuck related content and we don't know what we do when we run out of time.
All right.
So Hiveswap Act 2.
Yeah, great.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm done with that.
When Hiveswap Act 2 ends in a weird time halfway through a stream,
Mhm.
we will continue to read Homestuck.
Or maybe we'll just fucking do it on a stream one day. Why not?
At like
Board the hell.
4 in the morning.
Yeah.
and
4:13
no
in the
one will
morning.
be there.
We'll just all wake up and be like, guys,
You know
gotta get my
what?
fix. Gotta get my ham steak fix.
I gotta be at work in like 6 hours.
I'm sorry.
Not actually.
Paul
No,
Jay.
not right now. But like, if we were to wake
Okay,
up
okay.
at like 3 o'clock in the morning. um,
I'd have
But
to be
thi-
at work in 5.
This was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for
Yeah,
streaming
absolutely.
it, Paul Shane.
We will never finish
Yeah.
this.
No.
Just telling everyone in the chat, we will literally never,
No.
ever
That would be
finish
awful. That would be awful.
Just
We could.
reading this aloud.
That would be
Just-
yeah,
literally years of our life to
Yeah.
dedicate to that.
We'll establish a voice for each character, then you can read it again with those voices in your head.
okay, I just want you to know that like Acts 1 and 2 alone have like over 25 characters. So get to voicing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
I can
I'm gonna
only
like it.
use this voice. I am very.
I don't know what you're talking about, guys. I
I
can't wait to talk like this again.
Oh yeah, very good job from both.
Yay!
Oh, thank you.
The two characters. They were fun. I liked them.
Yeah,
The
they were
hot
really good
dog lady in
characters.
trap was weird.
I loved it. I loved it. I fucking loved it.
I'm so happy for you.
And okay. Yeah, good
Homestuck,
homestucking,
yeah.
everybody. Good.
Yeah, good.
For like 3.5 hours, we homestucked.
Yeah, that was
And
good.
it wasn't even hard.
It wasn't.
We just. Oh, God.
We're the worst.
All right,
All
everyone
right.
get out of their goddamn house.
All right, fine. I'm leaving. I'm leaving right now. You can't stop me.
Not everybody.